Hey, so you should be able to hear me wherever you are. So today we have puzzles. Today, that is what we have. So, the goal is to break my record as is every day. Today, I've not played chess. Again, the last 2 days we've just been doing a lot of stuff. Pre the stream. But we will I forgot to grab the hat. Loki, let me grab this hat real quick. I need this. Okay. Oh man, that's not ideal. But we have the hat just in case we get a hats off, right? Alright. So, we are ready. I have this and the firefighter. I don't have the captain's hat. That was one thing I forgot to do today. I forgot to get that out. But we have the magician's hat. We have the firefighter hat. It doesn't say that I'm streaming. Did I not hit go live? I did not hit go live. Yeah, so that's why you can't. Okay. Puzzle grind. Oops. Okay, it's a typo, but we're live everywhere now. Before I said that was just a lie. Now we are live everywhere. We're going to try and get to our puzzle peak this Saturday. I have a tournament, and then I have a tournament on Sunday. So it'll be good to practice later in the week. I did like most of my... This is so boring. But I did most of my homework for the latter portions. So now we should be good. We should be good. Alright, sitting at 1739 though. Let's see if we can keep it going. It looks like it's really zoomed in here on TikTok. But it's not anywhere else. Alright. Can we get to 1800? Go on a win streak. We're going to do any type of puzzle. Really, I mean, probably just... We mainly focus on Puzzle Storm. But... Our Puzzle Rush. But... While we're waiting to, warm up, we can try and get higher in the puzzle battle. I've been doing good recently, and I think I can get my highest on a 3+0 puzzle battle as well, or puzzle rush. I was doing it without a mouse, and I kept getting 33 or 32. And I'm like, well, if I'm doing that without a mouse, I would imagine with a mouse, I should be able to get past that now. Take this for free. Yeah, that's going to be game soon. Here, though, here is interesting. Do you take... I think so. And then have the queen slide over, and then bishop down check. All right, rook slides check. Knight's going to take, forcing them to drop the queen here on C or F7. Interesting checkmate there. This is checkmate. That's not mate because the knight can take. Queen slides all the way over. We're sitting at 19. Capture. You take the knight here on F5. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Man. I've done 8 assignments today, but I apologize, man. I have it saved. I have it liked, and I'm going to watch that after. Dude, I just had to do so much, and I had it on my mental list, and I forgot it. And I don't know how I forgot it. I do feel bad about that. But I have it saved, and I liked it, so I'll make sure to watch it after. But I did a lot of homework, and I do want to watch it. So I will watch it. That's the first thing I'll do when I get off a stream today. Okay, take care on C3. Let's see. I think you just take this. And we get the win. Alright, cool. What's going on, Sarah? How are you doing today? Today we just have some puzzle battles. Nah, man, right. I do feel bad. Because I don't make actual lists. I make mental lists. And that was on my mental list. I just ended up doing homework for the entire week. And then it slipped my mind. But here, take checkmate. I think, yeah. Rook slides down, that's going to be mate. Rook down, that's going to be mate. Rook here, check, take the bishop. Alright, rook down, take rook. Oh, they're at 12? Oh, I'm playing at 2200 at this. This is crazy. They're at 14 already. I'm astonished. How can someone so quickly get there? Here. 3 a.m. What time zone is that? I'm trying to think, because I've been told some time zones. I think that's like a European time zone, isn't it? This is purely a guess, but I've had a few out of country support. Yes, they are set up, Gregory. I only have 5 for today, but I do have them. That's what the other tab. I don't know if you can see the other tab. But no, you can't see the other tab. But there's another tab up that it has those there. Rook's going to take here. How long have I been playing chess? I've been playing chess about 13 years. About 13 years. I think you can go here, check, and then take the rook here. And now go queen here to f8. They have 2 wrong, though. So they're going fast, but they've got some incorrect. I'll say right here, I don't know. ELO, do you mean over the board or online? And if you mean online, what time control? Honestly, they can go there, yeah, and then take the queen. Rook here, rook over. You're correct, Finland? Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, I appreciate you joining. I've seen your name a lot. Like when you can look at like the top viewers, like yours is constantly there, so I appreciate that, Sarah. Okay, they slide over here, I think, and then here. Rook down, take that. Alright, we're sitting at 20. Oh, I've done this exact puzzle before, actually. And I had, well, not the exact puzzle, but like the same concept. Let's see. Probably up and just up, and then up, yeah. And then here, then over. Alright, so this next one. Queen slides down, checkmate. They're still at 31. Alright, we're sitting at 24. They're at 33, 25. Here, and then here, checkmate. What? Oh, you take the rook. 36 is crazy. Here, rook down. 28. Where do we go? Sliding here doesn't make sense, but I didn't see what else to do. Take, check. Alright. Queen takes, king captures. You can't go down here. Oh, you can stop a square short. Queen. Bishop takes. Yeah, I have to get 7 more. You have to get 7. They got 39, man. That's pretty impressive. USCF, because the more you wait, your expectation goes higher. Nah, man, nah. Don't feel bad. I'm gonna watch it. No expectations. I'm excited to watch it though. USCF for my bullet. My USCF is 1970. My bullet is 2361. But all right, we got a little bit of warm up in. I mean, this is not like the warm up really matters. I'm not gonna lie. But let's go to the puzzle rush. Oh no, I guess Gregory's here. We can look at the puzzles when you play your games. No, I'm not cheating. No, what are they saying here? I just had this open. So here are the puzzles. We can probably start from the first one. So the first 3, you guys in chat, you guys can, or it'll be cool if you also did it and tried to find the best move. This one I actually looked at, or kind of unintentionally. Like the other 4, I don't know the answer. I do know this answer, if I'm being honest. I did see it. But let's see if you guys can find it, what the best move is here. Because this one is... Oh, someone already has it. Yeah. Someone does have the right answer. Let's see. Been doing more puzzles. You have been doing more puzzles recently. How are you liking the result? Yeah, Lulu has the answer correct. That's... Well, I don't know if the second move was right. I'm assuming it is because I didn't do that. Because the first move is correct there. Knight d4. So this one is white to move. This one's white to move. So here... I should make that more clear. The first thing we're going to do, yes, Aza, that is correct. I don't understand it, though. I just saw the move already. The rest I'll be doing along with you guys. It is knight to d5 here, which I don't fully understand this. So it's ex d5. There is Gary, yes, it is knight d5. So if e takes, let's see what happens. Bx f6, this is what Lulu said. hxg. Can you not? Oh, there's check. Oh, that's pretty. Oh my god, I get it. Here, and then if the knight takes, there's checkmate. Okay, and then like you can't. That's pretty cool. Whatever happens, you lose, because here you take the knight. They just have to take the knight, and then you take the queen there. That is pretty cool. All right, that was the first one. Now let's see if I can figure out how to just go straight to the second one, because that I could not figure out really. Oh, here we go. So this is the second one. This one I don't know the answer to. I knew the first one. I made sure to not look at the other 4. All right. My first thought here is, okay, we have a pin, right? But they also have a pin. So I'm looking at this, like, how do you take advantage? I'm looking at knight h6, but I don't think that's right. But I'm looking at knight h6 because you'd be taking... I don't know if you have enough pressure. What if you go up? If you drop your queen, you take... Wow, I have no idea. I couldn't imagine doing it. Like, usually the puzzles you do... Knight h6. Okay, that was my first thought as well. But I don't know. Yeah, it's white to move. Oh, sorry. So, this one and the next one are white to move. And then the final two will be black to move. For this. I honestly have no idea. I don't know. 95 was maybe findable for me. But this is... I only see knight h6. Like, nothing else even makes sense. Because if you push up, they take the queen. Right? And that's not going to work. I would guess. Because you take... And then there's no checkmate. I think it's here. You check. And then if they were to go here, you have the fork, right? And then if they take... I think it's because you can take here. And you're hitting the queen. And then, like, if they... You have the mate. So if they go here to stop the queen here, it's like this check idea. And then the mate. Okay, I got that one. I don't know if I would have found the knight d5. Maybe. But this is... I don't know. Kind of process of elimination for this one. Like, it's hard to see. But once you realize there's nothing else you could even do, like, you see it. Rook d1. That's honest. That's winning too, the engine's saying. If you did rook a d1, you're still winning. So good eye there. It's not the best move, but you're still +2. My elo, so do you mean online or over the board? And if you mean online, what time control are you referring to there? And that's the second puzzle. We have 3 more. We'll definitely do some more in the future. Shout out to Gregory for sending these, but I was doing homework for like 4 hours. So I was kind of rushing before I got on stream. And I didn't put in too many. But we have 5. And then here we have 1 more. Yeah, no problem, man. My rapid elo, it's 2201. Although it's probably... I appreciate those likes as well. It is not... It's a little higher. Because I didn't know you couldn't have 2 accounts. So I just stopped... I don't have the other one because I don't want to get banned on this account. So I didn't play rapid on this one. So the other one's a little bit higher, like a little higher, 2200, but 2200 roughly. But yeah, let's look at this one. We have this is white to move as well, and then the next 2 will be black to move. Okay. What I'm seeing here is an overloaded piece, and I'm guessing that has something to do with it because this bishop. It's guarding this and this. I guess the king's also guarding it. But is the king a defender? I don't know if I treat it as a defender here. And they're all sacrifices. So it's probably... Okay, let's see. Knight x d5. They take... Okay. Rook takes. The bishop can't take with the queen falls, so king takes. I don't see how you win that, though. Like, capture, capture, takes, takes, takes. And that knight's still there, so there's no knight fork at the end. So let's say rook takes first, bishop takes, knight takes. So that way you'd win a pawn, but I'm going to guess you're not supposed to just win a pawn in the game. But like if you do this, this... Oh no, you can't win the pawn, what am I talking about? Because they just take your queen. Oh yeah. Well, it's one of these two. It's either knight x d5 or rook x f8, but I don't see how either would actually work. But just based off the trends we've been doing this with, it's something like that. Let's see. Knight to d7. Knight to d7. I mean, we can do all the variations, honestly. It's not even graded. Do you know what's crazy about these? This is the easy puzzle book. Really, this is the easy one. But let's see knight to d7 first. So knight d7, is that right? No. So you can't do knight d7 because of knight x d7. So it is knight x d5. Why is it knight x d5, though? Knight x d5. Okay, can they not just take this? Okay, I saw that. Oh, what am I talking about? Oh my god. Yeah, the king can't take... I don't know what I'm... Oh my god. Yeah, the king obviously can't take his check. Okay, okay. Here, here, here. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I was saying this line, and somehow I saw the king taking the rook, which... I don't know what I was thinking. Why? That's not even possible. But yeah. Is rook captures f8 because the king can't take into check. That I somehow forgot. But yeah, then if you take this way, then, oh no, you have to do this first. Knight x d5. And then they're saying if you take here and then it's here. Right, and then here, and then here, then here. Okay, so that is the third puzzle. Let's go to the fourth puzzle. See, stream puzzles. Okay, now this is black to move. So we're going to flip the board. This is black to move, and so is the final one we'll do here. These are all black's turn. This one. I would guess it's easier than the other ones we've done. But it has to be check, doesn't it? Because, like, if it's not check... Is this not checkmate? Because here, down, check over mate. Right? So you know you have to, in some way, check them. The problem I'm having is you can't do that. Oh, can you go rook here to h3? I think you can, because rook h3... Yeah, I'm almost certain it's that. Let's see, is it that? Yeah. The reason this works is because they can't take your queen, right? Because the rook takes here. I didn't even take time on that one. What's going on, YV? Then random times get deep. Nah, I have the opposite problem. I cannot even say I relate. Mine is too high sometimes. But yeah, 1200. It's been a crazy last few days. I can't lie. It's been like 10, really like 15 plus. It was like, I'd say 10 plus to be on the conservative side of saying like the numbers, but really like 13 to 15 plus the last 4 or 5 days. So shout out to YouTube for real. Lives have been popping. But yeah, rook h3, that was an easier one honestly, because maybe I can explain this further. The reason it works, if they take, I guess I can't explain it. You take the queen, and then if they take your queen, this is checkmate. Appreciate that, Adam. And then if they go back, now you're just winning, right? And you can even do this first, because if king takes what? Can you go queen check first? Yeah, I saw queen c5 if I'm being honest, but qa4 is better. You can play this still too, but it's saying that this is a better move because b3 you take on a2, and then back and then take. Interesting. Okay, so that's the fourth puzzle. Let's go to the final one. And again, if you guys like this, we will have it again. I just... Homework. I couldn't input that many before I hopped on. But we have this one. See what we can find in this final one. Alright. Well, when I was putting this one in, I was like, how is this even possible? I was like, I have no idea how you can even solve these. Like, man. This was someone's actual game. I'd be sick if I'm at the board and I have to find these moves. You see these moves? Appreciate that, Sarah. I've done so many puzzles. Like, it was not... This is not always how it's been for me. Take rook. Rook x c6. So you're saying rook x c6. But why? You take the rook if the... Oh, wait, no. I don't get it. If you take the rook, the pawn takes. Oh, and then you go rook b1, I think, right? Yeah. Okay. Because here, if they take with the queen, that's checkmate. And then if you take here, you go rook b1. And now, even though they're, like, promoting, there's a mate that they can't stop, right? Here. That is... What's going on, Falcon? How you doing, bro? You walked in, we're doing some puzzles today. And we have some ones from... Are these Grandmaster games, Gregory, or just games? I didn't look... I think they're Grandmaster games, but... Some pretty cool positions. Okay, those are only 5 we have today. If you guys want more, I'll definitely input more next time. This is pretty fun to do, because these are type of puzzles that you had before chess.com, like just positions. It's like, man, having a fine line in a tournament game's gotta be heart-wrenching, though. And then again, here. Okay. Let's go to the... Before we get started with the rush, does anyone want to play me in a puzzle battle? If so, send your username. I can send you the invite for a puzzle battle. If not, we can get straight... I guess not straight to. We can go to the survival. We've already done something else. But yeah, if you want to play me in a puzzle battle, send your user. If not, I can go to the survival mode and see how far I can get in that. Can't you sack the queen? And then send your username, Arsa. Can you sack the queen before rook b1? Here. I don't think... Can you? Oh, yeah, I think you can. Because here, they have to take, and then you're saying rook down, I'm guessing? Yeah. And that's checkmate, so you'd have to take. I think this is faster, though, if you do it the other way. Let's see. So here... No, you're right. No. QXF1 is faster and also mate. You're correct there. If you do it that way. I didn't even see that. I was just looking at rook b1. Both are winning, but QXF1 is mate in 4 versus mate in 5. Alright, what's going on, Mango? Let's see. Usually like top games. Okay. The harder... No. This is enough. We'll go through the rest, because I still have a lot of the ones you sent me to. So we can do definitely that next puzzle stream. So the first person that sent a request was Arsa. So we're going to invite Arsa to the puzzle battle. What's going on, Borat? Am I on the clock app? Yes, I'm on the clock app and the play button app. And then Ryan will be next. What time? I think I saw the time and I'm like, man, I would love to play. But I am the president of my chess club, and I cannot miss it. Otherwise, I would definitely join in. But what time is it? Actually, let me see what time it is, though. If it's like at 8 p.m. my time, I definitely can't. If it's like 10 p.m., maybe. 10 p.m. EST. Dang. I don't know if I'll be free by then. If I am, I'll join. But I'm usually like closing up and like packing up the stuff. But if I'm free, I got you, bro. I'll be in there. I saw you have Miles on your team. I don't think you need me. I think if you and Miles are playing, you're probably high rated than most of the population, so that you may have enough. 5 a.m. is crazy. And then Arsa, do you see the invite? If you don't see it, you can send me an invite at the same time, and it should match us together. But I just see Ryan after Arsa, so after that I think we'll get to the survival, unless someone I'm missing wants to do a puzzle battle. But yeah. I sent you my user. Who's white? Right now, this is just like a normal... This is nothing that you see on the screen right now. When it gets started, you'll see a position. It'll be pretty clear, because I think it'll be the numbers facing the way that you're playing. So, like, if that makes sense. So, like, right now, pay no mind. This is just... We're not playing a game, just a puzzle battle. But yeah, Arsa, let me know if you see that there. And then Ryan will be next. You have school in 3 hours. Oh, wow. That's... Should you be doing a puzzle battle at this point? It seems like you should maybe not be doing that. But yeah, let me... Okay, Arsa, I'm going to send you an invite after. But I know Ryan... Sounds like Ryan has to go as well. So this might work out better. Alright, I just sent you a puzzle battle invite, Ryan. And then Arsa will be next. Let's see. Capital T. I don't know if it's case sensitive. It popped up, but I can try that again. But I don't think it is case sensitive. But Ryan, let me know if you see the invite. I know you know my user, so you can send me a challenge. You sent it? That's crazy time. Okay, you're next. You're next. Let's take this here. But we're definitely gonna play. Rook slides down, checkmate. Rook down here. Take, and you're going to go to c1 because you have this rook sliding here. They're also 5 for 5 though. And then Arsa's next. Does anyone else want to play besides Arsa? If not, after that we're going to get straight to the survival. Try and beat my record. My record is 62. You know, I've not got close in the last few times. We're going to change that today. That's checkmate. This is checkmate there. Let's see. Oh, here, because there's mate in 1 2 different ways. That's mate in 1. We're at 15. This is a beautiful mate. I love that mate. Very satisfying. You'll go? Alright, for sure, for sure. So we have Arsa and then Gregory next. Alright, queen's going to take, and you have the bishop sliding down. Checkmate here on f1. Then you go here, and you get the queen. Alright, we're sitting at 19 for 19. And now we're at 20. Queen up. Capture. Push, and the knight can't catch up. You get the queen there. Check. Check. This is an easier one. This is definitely easier than the last couple we did. And that's on 23. Alright, this one is a free queen, because you have that rook on the file. Queen slides. You take the rook there in the corner. We're at 25. Let's see. Now we have the bishop for the pin. See, this one is like kind of difficult. I don't know what to do here. This is kind of hard. I think it's knight up, though. Well, I get the win, so it doesn't matter. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, it is knight up. Because you attack the queen and you're winning the knight there at the end. GG to Ryan. And then Vincent, are you referring to puzzle battle or an actual game? And what's the news, Jazzy? What's the news? And then Too Good. Alright, let's send Too Good the invite. What is the great... You said great news. What is the news? Alright, Too Good. I've just sent you that invite. And then GG Ryan. And then Gregory is next after Too Good. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. My first student got their first checkmate. That is great news. What type of mate was it? What pieces were involved? And good work. We were just going over the basics the other day. So good stuff. That's some rapid improvement. And then Arsa, I sent you that invite. I would just sit here and wait this time. So if you want to send me the invite, it'll match us immediately. And then we have Gregory after that. And I think that's all we have on the puzzle list. I'll say that when I'm in the middle of their survival, I probably... Too Good. So if you want to send I'm not doing a rated or... Well, not even unrated. But I'm not doing a game right now. If you want to do the puzzle battle, we can do the puzzle battle. And then if not, we can do that tomorrow. Because tomorrow I'm going to have the viewer tournaments. Today I'm not playing any actual games. Just doing like the puzzle battles and puzzle related items today. Let's see. Reposted. That's fire. Let's see. Rook on h8 and then had their king castle. So I moved the queen to h2 and it was checkmate. Oh, okay. Love to see that. And congrats to you, Ryan. Let's see. And are you still trying to do it, Arsa? Or are you just looking for an actual rated game? Let me know. If not, all good. Tomorrow we will have the viewer tournaments if you're interested in doing that. Where is it? So if you go to puzzles, it'll be the fourth one in the row. The king castled, queen h2. I know exactly what mate you're talking about. How did your h-pawn go away, though? How'd that happen? I think that was Sarah who sent that. I think you have the wrong at there. Check here. Here, checkmate. Rook check, rook takes. Rook takes here, checkmate. Queen down, take. Queen down, queen down. These are all maiden ones. Although this one, this is not a maiden one. You win the rook instead. Queen takes here, checkmate. Queen slides over. We're going to go here to f1. Rook takes f1. Perfect. Sitting at 9. This is actually a weird mate, but that's mate. Checkmate here on g2. Nah, you're good, man. You're here now. How are you doing today, Southern? I think take here. You're going to win the queen, so you take that here. We're at 13. All right. Beautiful. 14. 15 there, knight and queen. 16. I don't know. I'm thinking like knight here. Knight here? No. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. This next one. This They got me doubting myself. These are a little harder than the other ones, or I feel like at least. But yeah, we get the win there. GG, GG. Bishop A6. Bishop A6. Let's see. Oh, I didn't even see the bishop. Oh my god, yeah. Good eye, good eye. Alright, let's go. GG to Arsa. Let's go play Gregory now. And then after that, I don't see anyone that said they really want to play. So, and then Jazzy, appreciate these likes. We're closing in on 120. Yeah, Gregory's next. Then after that, I think we'll get straight to the ELO. Do you mean over the border online? And if you mean online, what time control? But yeah. And then Sarah, appreciate those likes. Sarah and Jazzy, I see at the bottom. We just hit 200. Almost at 300 basically now. Much appreciated. But yeah. You're doing great, man. Good to hear. Good to hear. You know, I've just been in a good mood this whole week. Excited for the 2 tournaments this weekend. I gotta be honest. I mean, homework, it tried to damper it. But I got a class canceled tomorrow. So that evened the score, I'll be honest. You'll do that. My rapid rating is 2201. And then Fox, you'll be after this one then. I'll send you the puzzle battle invite. And then Gregory, I know, there's no point in me typing my username. You know my user. Just send me an invite if you don't see it, and then it'll automatically match us together. And then Fox 618 will be after. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Rook's going to slide down, take knight. That's 1. You take this, and you're just going to push, and then push. Alright, checkmate. Take the bishop. Here. Here. This is a maiden one. That's a fun one, though. They usually have the same type of maiden ones. This is also one that's not too common, I'll say. So at least I like when it's more unique. It's not just muscle memory. Checkmate. Alright, queen's going to slide over, and then mate here on f7. I love these type of mates. Wait. You can take here. I don't see the checkmate, though. They should have made that part of the puzzle. Maybe it wasn't the immediate. I think there's immediate mate, but it wasn't super easy. Take. Alright, that's it there. Here, because the bishop's so active, so you go to b7. Queen slides over. You're going to go down and then down, because they can't escape that way. Checkmate in the corner with the bishop. You're going to win the queen. Deflect the king there and take it there. Check, back. Oh, you can't win anything. You just win the knight. Or you can't checkmate, you just win the knight. Checkmate their opposition. Really? Okay, that's way easier than the last one I just did. Alright, 21. This is also easier. 22. Let's see here. Really? They had me fooled on like 19 or whatever. They've made it like substantially easier at this point. It's like these are maiden ones. 25. This is a smothered mate. Knight here on f2. Really? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I was going to h6. I did see that one. Checkmate. I don't see this one. I think you have to take this. And then take, and then rook over, and then bishop up. Here. And then here. And then bishop here. And then take here. Okay. We have the white pieces. Alright, that's a free queen. Let's go. Here, rook down. Let's take their queen off the board. That seems useful. This is checkmate, I think. Check. That's all you have to do for that one. Okay, we're at 33. King up. Check. Take. We're at 34. We get the win. GG. And then want to play rapid. So today I'm not doing any games. Tomorrow I have viewer tournaments the entire stream. Oh, I guess I'm not streaming tomorrow. Oh, I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow or not. If I'm on the next stream, I'll definitely stream Thursday. Tomorrow, it depends how early my class gets out. But my ELO, do you mean over the border online? And if you mean online, what time control? Let's see. What's going on? Alt account. GG Gregory. And then the next person we have is T-Dog. I'll send you that invite. And then I don't see anyone else that's typed after that. If not, oh, it's not your username. Fox618. Yeah, I don't see anyone else. If so, let me know now, because after this one, I will get to the survival, unless someone else wants to play. I do like, this is more fun on it. I like playing other people, but if not, we'll get to the survival after this and try to get to that 63. Well, really, just 60 or 55. I've been stopping at like low 50s the last couple of times. But yeah, Fox, I sent that invite. If you tomorrow got chess, yeah, I also have. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I can stream, because no viewers challenge. So for the game, I'm not playing any games like whether online or a viewer today. I'm just not doing games for this stream. But tomorrow it's it's the viewer tournament. So the whole stream is people who are viewing can join in and play against me and the other people who are viewing. But today I just don't play games. I have it like a puzzle day like today, and then viewer tournament like tomorrow. Then yesterday I did rated grind trying to get higher up. But yeah, I don't know if T-Dog is still here. Let me know. Send me a message if you are here, T-Dog, trying to join in still. If not, all good. I will just go to survival. Yeah, wait a second or two. You want to play a puzzle battle? If so, send your username. I can send you an invite. But yeah, I don't know if T-Dog's still here. So I think we have one more challenger, and then we'll get to the survival, trying to get to that 63. But yeah, I don't know if I want to say I'll hit it today. If I'm being honest, it does not feel like a day I'll hit it. But we have to stay positive. I think today will be the day I get to 60 again. Because I only got there twice on my own. Alright, let's see. Mental. Okay, just sent you the invite. So if you're not used to the puzzle battle, you can send me one as well, and then imagine. Oh, there you go. All right, you're used to it, are you? Cell notification. All right, rook slides down. Take rook. This is. Huh. I think you can take that. Rook down here. Checkmate. Checkmate here. 4, 5. The bishop guards. Rook here. Rook takes rook. Checkmate. Queen takes g2, queen and bishop, checkmate, queen and bishop. Knight here, you guard the file. Alright, you see they're attacking your queen. You can take this and take their bishop on e4, though. Take this check. You have 2 bishops that are useful. They can slide here to that d square. You're in check. So you would... Huh. You would oh yeah, you would capture this. Because if they take that, you could go check and then take the queen. Alright, that makes sense. The rook slides over. Knight here, that's a cool checkmate. Here on e8, perfect, we're at 14. Rook takes, now you can push this pawn down. You take here, check. That's actually checkmate. Here, rook xe1, checkmate. That's 17. Alright, this one, you take the rook in the corner. Sack rook, queen h4, the king is stuck there. Take, check, and if they went knight back, you had d4. Alright, you have the white pieces. Check and then rook down is all you need to do. Yeah, it doesn't even make you solve the rest of that one. This one, though, I am a little confused on. Oh, no, I'm not, because take, and then you take this. Yeah, and rook slides down at the end. Alright, here, bishop slides over, check, and then rook down. Perfect, we're at 23. The bishop is guarding the king from moving, so now you go here and you take the rook. We're at 24. That's 25 there. There should be a double check checkmate in this one. I don't see it right now, though. Well, it would have to be here. Right, I don't see the follow-up, though. Maybe you just won the rook. Yeah, and not a mate. The knight's going to slide forward. Take. We're at 27. 28 here. And then back. That's 29. Take rook e8. Checkmate. Rook down. Take queen. We're at 31. Rook takes. Queen takes here on h3 because you guarded that. And that's mate. Another one, it should be a mate. But I'm not sure if I see it. Oh, maybe you just take the knight, though. Yeah. And we get the win. GG, GG. Alright. Does anyone else appreciate that, Deanne? Yeah, if anyone else wants to send the invite, I'll give you, get a minute, because I know there's a delay. But if not, we'll get to the survival. But I'll wait a second before I can just pause this. So if you want to play for a minute, I'll still be accepting it. But once I'm, super locked in to this run, we'll stay on this and then have, another, I guess, queue open after this is done. Appreciate that. Checkmate, rook down, take the bishops. Yeah, let's get through the easier ones so we can do the more fun ones. QX C8 here. Mate in 1. Oh, beautiful. That's actually a fun one for so early on. That's also mate in 1. Here, that's mate, yeah. Alright, there's the first 10. Alright, this one even is not as simple. It's not that complex, but it's not that simple. Knight slides down and rook slides all the way down. Appreciate the sub. Appreciate the sub. Thank you very much for the support. Almost at, I think, 1260. Then now you'll see I have a lot of different types of videos on my channel. I have some that are fun and some that are, educational. I don't know how far in your chess journey you are, but if you're newer, I have some newer stuff. And then I have stuff for even, intermediate players and, games that I play. So a lot of cool stuff there if you want to check that out after. But checkmate there on G7. Queen check, you take knight there. That's perfect. Let's see. So, alright. We finally get one that takes some thought. The thing is, I think it's just queen here to d4, right? So, right now, the rook is hanging, right? The rook is free, but your queen's under attack. So what you have to do is still put pressure on the diagonal while not losing your queen. So I think it's queen d4, right? And now that knight's hanging, you take that and you take this here, and that's that puzzle. Okay, that was a fun one. That was definitely an educational one, I feel like. Threat levels, keeping pressure. Alright, let's go. Oh, that's 42. Alright, let's go to this next one. Well, I've been on almost an hour. This is the first run. Yeah, honestly, easier than the last one. Take the queen, that's 16. I love these puzzles. You go C3, or maybe I can explain it. C3, the idea here is that if they don't do anything, you would just take and promote. So you're moving the defender, and then you can go A3, right? I did this in a bullet game one time, and it was well, I should have lost it. Good thing I knew that little trick. Alright, rook slides down. You're moving the defender of the queen, and then QX F7, checkmate. Opposition, checkmate. Sack bishop. And you're just running. You're just running. Alright. So we're sitting at 20. It's bishop takes. Because rook, if they go king over, you could go knight. I'll show that actually. Here, queen down, take. Let's see what would have happened otherwise. If instead, that did not happen, and they decided to cast or move the king out the way, you could go knight here to G3. And if they take or they have to take, that's checkmate there on this open H file, and they can't slide over. Alright, so go this next one. We're sitting at 21. I see, what I think is bishop takes first. Yeah. I know you have to take with the knight or the bishop. I think we take with the knight. I'll show it in a second. Here. The bishop can't really escape if that's the piece that's remained. Or they can move their queen up or something. If you do this instead, and they take, and you take, yeah, QD2, and it's you can't really, go back. You could take and guard, but after here, it's not you're up a piece. For how long? If you go back here, oh, this is just a draw, actually, if you go here. Repetition. Because you can't go back here, or this just drops on b4. So, yeah. And the other way, you just win the piece, because the knight can jump out the way if it's the second piece to take. In this game, their knight is here on d4, d5, attacking the queen, attacking the bishop. The queen can probably the bishop can just go here, h4, check, because then you have two pieces guarding that pawn pushed down to e1, so check, take here, check, you get a queen, and that's checkmate. Alright, you see that their rook slides over in this one? How do we take advantage? Oh, do I not have any? Yeah. how do we take advantage of this? So the rook goes to h2. That's not a possibility because the king would just take that there. Instead, you take the rook and then you have a fork there at the end. All right, for this next one, this rook is hanging, but you see this pawn here. It's guarding the king's escape route if it does get to the 6th rank. So that's why I'm thinking it's queen g5. You drop the rook. You check, but if they go down, that's checkmate. And then if they go up, that's also checkmate. Because of that pawn there on e4 doing its job. There we go. All right, their knight's here in the center. We're on 26. And this one, we are what? I think it's the Greek gif. So you take here, check. If they take, check, back. Oh, no. The queen is here on the dark square. So that's not true. Let's go back to the idea. Oh, here, take and then up. Yeah, here and then up. Because the queen guards the bishop. You take here attacking the queen, and then you take the bishop here. All right, for this next one, we have a lot of pieces around the white king. But how exactly do we make this work? So, the first thing I'm thinking is just taking the knight. So you take the knight, you're setting up a checkmate idea if they don't take it back. If they take it back, you have this rook idea, king over, and then check, and then up. I don't know if that works, though. You can't take because of the rook. Here first, knight takes. I think you have to take this, yeah. Alright, for this next part, it kind of has to be this. I don't know if I see the whole puzzle, though. So check, over, check, up. Oh, and then rook over. Oh, I see it. There's rook c4 at the end. Here, and then here. You're winning the queen, and you just take down c4. I'm like trying to find a checkmate, and there's just no checkmate. This is a fork here, and you take on a2 if they promote. This is, oh, I would say this is checkmate, but no, it's because they're there, and that would be mate. However, you just lose your queen. What I will say, though, is they don't have a check. So you could take your time to set this up. And I feel like it's g6, because if you go g6, if they go over, check up, check, and then, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all you have to do. All right, the queen slides over. You're going to give this check still, not going to switch your plan. Check, take check. Now the rest of the way, I don't know, I guess he would go down here. And then set up queen d5. Yeah, because if you get queen d5, you should be winning in that endgame. Or not should be, you're winning in that endgame. Because now if they go here, queen d5, and they say they take, you just take. And now you have two passers. Like if they go up, you just push. So they would have to move their king over. Then you push the other pawn here to h5. And they can't stop everything that's happening. Alright, let's go to this next one. We're sitting at 20 now. Let's get to 30 here. Not that it's a crazy milestone, but we have to get the first 60 to get to 63. And every one of those matters. So knight comes in here. That's actually just checkmate. The queen is super powerful on h3. Especially in this position. Guarding all these squares. You just need to deliver a check. And that does that. So we're sitting at 30. The king slides over. You have no light square bishop to do anything. So you know it has to be the pieces on the board. What I think about that is if you take, so right now, equal material, right? 3 minor pieces, 2 rooks each. Capture your +1, you take, and then bishop here. If they check up, check over, take, like that's still going to fall. They shouldn't be able to stop that. And there's no checkmate. The knight can't move for a check. There's no other dark square piece to attack, so I think capture, and then here, and then here, and then up, and then here. Oh, wait. If you go here, there's a fork, so you have to go here. Yeah. Almost missed that fork idea. We would have lost the game there, but if you can see, here, if you go up, there's knight to f5, and that would lose the game. Luckily, we find that, and their queen is here on e2 for this next puzzle. This is an easier one, I think. You just sack the queen, rook check, and you take there because the knight's so active. Alright, the king is here on c7. Where can we go with the white pieces? So, We see our rook is hanging on d1. That's the first place our mind goes to. So how can we make this work? I think rook a1. You're setting... Oh, yeah, rook a1, you're just setting up rook a7. It's pretty simple. Here, you're setting up rook a7. They take, check, and they have to sack their queen, right? If they don't sack their queen, they want to get checkmated. If you look at the position here, all right, over, where do they go? Like, they have to... Oh, this is the only legal move, actually. But then take. Queen a8 even is better. Yeah, because you could just win it completely for free. Let's see. That is just game over. All right, let's go to this next one. We're sitting at 33. But you sell your games. What happens in them? You lose in the earlier portion or the later portion? Or is it in the middle game? Give me 1 second. Yeah, let's see. Alright, let's go to this next one. We're sitting at 33. How do we get to 34? Rook takes, because if they take, you take the queen. Between the middle game and the end game. That, I mean, the more, I'll be honest, the more losses, at some point it'll just click. That's the best thing. I like it. Some of it is just game experience, you know. I've lost a lot of winning positions. At some point you just get better at it with repetitions, just like with anything. Man, it'll change, man. It'll change. But you can take here, attacking the king. If they go over, check, down, yeah. Here, check. And now you take the queen, because you can't go checkmate because of the queen there. This, I think, is a mate. They can't go back and they can't go up. So let's go rook c3. We're sitting at 35. Let's go to 36 now. It feels like it should just be b6. Because b6, yeah, there's no check. Let's just go for b6. They slide over. Now this is interesting. This is interesting. Because if you check, if they sack, take, I guess that's winning because they can't take this pawn here on g4. But if you go here, they go over. And then check, take, king down, rook over. Huh. We gotta do some calculations here because you could mess this. I could mess this one up. They have b7 check, king slides over, check, king takes, knight d8, but then they can go king c8. So let's say it's here, over, check, here, no, here, over, check, take, check. But I don't know how else you could do that though. I mean, it would have to be here. Rook takes, you take. I gotta see how that works though. Because I don't know if I would have got, I think I would have got it right. But I'm not as confident as that way. This way is easier to see when you're just up the knight for a pawn. But if they slide. Oh, it's because you don't do anything. You just go fxg4. And you keep the same position. Okay, so what I was doing is losing, I think. Yeah, I was like, there's no way you can win this. I realized that. But it's because you can go knight c5 or here. Because you're setting this up. So rook xc5. King xc5. If they take, you have the mate in 2. The king gets stuck, they push, and you get checkmate here on c7. Alright, let's go to this next one. We're sitting at 36. Can we get to 37 here? The king... Oh, this is I think I see this one. Yeah, it's just rook to f7. And then checkmate here. I'll show that, though. It looks like it shouldn't work. But the reason it works, you have the check, you checkmate. And then if they go back this way, because they didn't take the knight, you guard the g8 square. And now this is also checkmate, right? Because the bishop guards the rook, the knight guards that square there. All right, let's go to this next one. We're sitting at 37 right now. Let's see if we can get to 38. All right, the rook is here. Okay. If you go h2, the king goes up. You go f3. the king. No, 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 that couldn't work. Because here, here, check, over, up, over. That's not going to work. But it has to be something like that. Like h2, you're forcing the king to go over. So we should stop there. The king is forced over. Maybe then you go bishop down here. If they go in the corner, push. Yeah, I think so. So here, they move. And now is debating. Oh, no, 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 no. Here, check. If they take, you go here. Check in the corner. Up, take. Yeah, you can check. And then go here. And that's going to be game. Alright, we're sitting at 38. Their knight is here on e4. What do we have? What do we have? Looks like they're just down a piece. That they, yeah, if you take, and then take, you take the queen. There's no check or anything with the queen there. Seems like that's pretty simple. You just capture this knight. But I know it can't be super, super simple. They wouldn't make it where you just see it in one turn. But knight xc4 I do think works. Knight xc4, knight xc4, qxc4. Knight xc4, queen slides. The thing I'll say about this one, there's nothing else that even seems possible. So if it's wrong, it's wrong. But I think you have to take this. They take. Now what you take back with is probably important. This is more where the puzzle's at. Taking the extra piece with the rook or with the queen. So say you take with the queen. Honestly, I'm not sure the difference between the two. I know there is a difference. One of them is probably a losing position. But let's say the queen takes the knight here. Alright, if they go up, just back. If rook takes, say they slide over. I don't know the difference. No, it's with the rook. Why is it with the rook? If you do it with the rook instead, how do you win the game? So let's see what happens this way. You take with the queen. Bishop h6 check. Oh, you can't slide over. You have to go king e7. Honestly, it was findable. What's going on, Rob? How you doing, bro? How is the rating grind going for you? Have you hit... I think you said you're trying to get 2,300 all-time controls. What's going on, alt account? You guys just missed me missing quite badly on a puzzle. I think... Oh, knight here. Check. Yeah. And now you win the queen. Check. Going up, there's bishop down, so rook down here. Wait. Rook down, bishop down. But if you go here, yeah, you have to go down. Alright, so this next one, sitting at 39. Let's see. And yes, Ray, that was correct. Bishop h6 is what I missed on that one. Otherwise, we had the right idea. We took with the wrong piece there. But for this next one to get to 40, I think you take check. If they capture, down check, over check, checkmate. And then take if they go here instead. That's more interesting. I think you could go here then. No! We got 2 in the last 3 wrong. That is unfortunate. So what happens here? They go here, here. Oh, king e6. I was looking only at going backwards. Which there is a minion 3 here. But I missed that the king does not have to do that. So, we're sitting at 39 still. Alright, we're going to have to go on a crazy, crazy run to get the personal best on this one. But their knight is here in the center. Let's see, where can we go? Alright. Queen here. No, rook here, excuse me. Is my first thought. But then their knight slides over. So that makes it not... Doesn't feel as good. Because you try to be winning the queen there on d8 by loading up this way. But it doesn't actually work. Because the knight can slide over. So anything else you could take? Now, there's no check. We may get 3 of the last 4 incorrect. Because, man, I don't see this one. Like, if you go here first. Or what if you go here and then here? Because if you do... Oh, no, here. Or something. You need another attacker on this bishop. So if you go here, they take. If you go here, though, they take rook. You capture, they capture. That doesn't feel like that'd be the right way to go about it. But there's no check at all. Right, if there was a check, you could see a way to get out of this. The bishop sliding up, they would just take. Can you... Oh, you can go bishop here, attacking the knights. Yeah. Because if they go there, you would take here, check. And then you take whatever's there. So bishop f3. They take there, you take in the center. Alright. We get one right. We get to 40 at least. We get to 40 at least. Alright. This one, I think it's queen down. They have to go bishop back. Rook here. They have to go rook down. And then we have to play it from there. But that should be the first idea with it, is queen here. There's no other check, so it makes sense. If you go down to here, you see the king gets out. So check, bishop slides back. We're here in our brain. Oh, I get it. And then check here. Okay, I think I see it. Here. And then the check here. It would force the rook down. Right, that's the only way they could play. And then when you slide over, they go down. That's mate. Whereas if you just go here first, they can slide here to f6. And now you can't get the checkmate sliding to g8. So rook here first, and then you do this. Now you see they can only go to f7. They're forced there, and then you go here to g8. Alright, the bishop slides down here to d5. How do we win this one? Rook to e1. You have a check here on the king, but they can lift their king up. The thing is, right now we're guarding the escape square. So if you go here instead, they actually get out. So I do feel like this is still the first move. Rook down. Here. Up. You see they just take the bishop. So how do we get it to be a win? Oh, maybe bishop here to g3. We stop a square short. They can't get their rook involved. That's unstoppable now. And the king can't go either way if the bishop's on g3. So let's go bishop g3. Take bishop. And rook down here, checkmate. We're sitting at 42. They capture here. So today I'm not doing any games, AD, but I do have games with viewers quite frequently. Tomorrow we'll have I keep saying tomorrow. My next stream, I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow, but either tomorrow or Thursday, we'll have viewer tournaments the entire time. After I do this run, we can do a puzzle battle. I'm just not doing games, and I want to stay consistent with that because that's how other people know as well. This is a nice one. Yeah, I think you can take the rook for this one. In the corner, I would think. Take here is probably all you have to do. I don't see another way you could do this, because just taking, they go there. And then if you go here, you know they have to take. They'd go knight back. And then maybe rook here to b. Rook takes here. Knight goes. Now this is the part I'm not entirely sure. I think you go rook here. And then here is where I would go if I'm not guessing. Like an immediate calculation. Upon further calculation, I do think this is still it. Yeah. The reason that's still it is that you can go down there to win the knight. So you get 2 rooks for a queen. This is already enough. But the reason it's more than enough is because rook b8, they have to escape. So say they... I don't know why they would do this. If they go here, you see this is very bad. So you have to preemptively go h3. And now here, they have to move their king out the way. And you take. And now 2 rooks and a knight is definitely enough for a king. For a queen, I mean. We're sitting at 44. Appreciate the W there, Southern. Yeah, the queen is here, check. Well... You have to take the queen, because otherwise, don't know really how she could do it. Here, fork, back, take. Is there another way? I don't see how she could do this. Oh, no, wait. No, because if you go here, there's a fork. If you go down, this is checkmate. I'm trying to think, is there any way out of this? Down mate. Up check. Here check. Back take. I don't understand the puzzle part of this. Am I missing it? You can't go. You only have 2 legal moves. Oh, wait, no. This is not check. What am I saying? No, that's not check. You can just go back, yeah. You go back here. I'm saying this is check. No, it's just guarding that square. Here, yeah. Okay. Not sure how I saw that was check at first. Once I was not check, it makes sense. What's going on, Cisco? I'm doing alright today. How are you doing today? And so, yeah, Southern, I don't know what I was thinking there. When I realized, I'm like, oh my god, you can just go there. And then, B, appreciate those likes on TikTok. We're closing in on 750. But yeah, the queen is here on E3. Where do we go now? Knight can capture. Alright, what do we have? What do we have? There's a fork. That doesn't work, though. Because the rook just slides over taking. Taking here, queen slides over. Could you... no. There's just nothing that I'm seeing on this one. Like, taking here first. Congratulations, Ryan. Congratulations on that. I will say, though, you're definitely higher than that still. So I would keep playing if I were you. But congrats on the milestone. I think you take the knight first, though. Take, queen takes. And then... what? I don't see this, but I think it's the... no, it's not that. I see what the right answer was. Instead, it's... wait. Bishop h6, really? Bishop h6. That didn't even cross my mind, honestly. Rook h1, I think... rook h1, I think they can take, yeah. And you said rook e1, rook e1. I think they can take with the bishop, yeah. I see your idea, though, because if queen takes, you do have that fork. But we all missed bishop h6 there. Yeah, that is nasty, man. That's a crazy one. I mean, I'm not... no, you're not 1300. No. You're just not 1300. Alright, that was the first run. Before I start the second one, does anyone want to play me in a puzzle battle? If so, and then Tech and D, appreciate the donation there on TikTok. Yeah, congratulations, Ninja. Nice milestone, nice milestone. Is that in Rapid Chess? I'm assuming Rapid Chess. Yeah, and then appreciate the likes there, B. Someone wants to play me in a puzzle battle, send your username. I'll do some challenges if anyone wants to do it. If not, we can go straight to the next run. But if so, send your user if you'd like to challenge me in a puzzle battle. I'll wait a little bit of time, say like a minute or two, and if I see no messages, we'll just get straight to continue the survival. Yeah, top today, 44. First run, not a particularly bad or good run. I mean, I guess 44 is on the lower side, I'll say. Because I doesn't crack... oh, this is not me. Oh, it doesn't crack my top 25. That doesn't mean it's not a horrible one. Let's see. What is my rating in Rapid? My Rapid rating is 2200. 2000. Oh, okay. Congrats on that. How's it feel? And do you do over the board tournaments as well, or just online, Ninja? And let's see. Slow my PC. Alright, no problem, Southern. I don't see a message. I'm just going to go to the survival. Just go our second run of the day. For 2000 is the fact that I'm not consistent. I mean, you play very competitive with me, and I'm 2300. So, like, I don't think you're 1300. I would guess you're not. You just have to believe in yourself. I know that sounds corny, but honestly, like, you're just not 1300. We can take here checkmate. Let's see. I know, when I hit 2000 for the first time, I was quite excited. Because I hit it on Blitz before I did Rapid. And for Blitz, I kept against like 1998 and 1999. It was like a mental thing. Like, I'd get there, and I would play poorly. It was the best feeling getting over there. When it starts to... I'd be fired. Do you live... you don't have to say where. Like, USCF type of territory, or are you going to do FIDE rated tournaments? You can take care on F7. Rapid. 1800. Oh, okay. I mean... don't look at rapid any differently. Like, it's 10 minutes is really not that much time. Like, in comparison to bullet and blitz, yeah. But, like, it's really, you can still play it on the quicker end of things. I wouldn't feel too bad, man. Yeah, you can take here on F2. You definitely got that. What's rating sitting at right now? Is it 1800 on the dot? And then you take here F1. Rook's going to slide over, and you take the knight, guarding the rook there. And we're sitting at the first 10. All right, we need to get 50 more. So 50 more, 50 more. All right, rook takes 49 more. All right, it's 48 more. That's a checkmate. This is not a checkmate. But the knight here is checkmate. No, wait, no, it's not. Wow. Oh, here and then here. That is brutal. Look at this. And then I want to show that one, actually. Look at this. It's rook over. 1799. But you've hit 1800 before, right? And then they go here. You go rook here to f3. That's a pretty cool mate. I wonder if this is from someone's actual game. I'd be quite upset if that's how I lost. Yeah, this is checkmate here. I'm not upset. But, like, it looks pretty cool. Take this and then knight back to not lose the knight there. Here. Check. This is also a weird mate. They got some cool. I'll give chess.com credit on this run. Today I've been getting some pretty fun puzzles. I don't know if they updated it or I'm getting some different ones. But these are some fun ones. Then you can take here on h2, queen h8. And you take here on h7. Oh yeah, you're about to hit a new personal best. Congrats on that. Rook slides down. You take and take there. We're sitting at 20. Want to do other things. So today is just a puzzle day. I have 3 types of streams. Like today, just puzzles. Yesterday I did rated play, and then tomorrow I'll have viewer tournaments the whole time. Maybe I could start the poll because I'm trying to get some feedback on it as well. Because I don't have a setup I'm particularly glued to. So I tried a mixed stream the other day. So if you guys like that, we can do a mixed stream as well. If you do the viewer tournaments and the puzzles in the same. Like I still have a puzzle stream separately. But yeah, just today puzzles. Let me start a poll up. And we can keep it up for a while so I can get some data. And you can type in chat as well if you have any opinion on it. But I'm going to start this up if you like the idea of doing like a cross-pollination with streams. If you're watching on TikTok, you can hear oh no, you can't hear that. Let me start this up real quick. Give me 1 second, back to the chess. I'm gonna start this poll up to let me know what you guys think, you as the viewer. Would you like, not all caps. So I'm asking, would you like to have like a mixed stream or the full puzzles? A mix. Because I'm cool either way. Or just puzzles. Puzzles/viewer. Okay, if you're watching on YouTube, which most of you are watching on, I just created that poll, so you can vote there. It'll be up for a while, so if you want to think about it, you can think about it. But yeah, just let me know. I'm cool either way. So if you want to do a mix and we stop like halfway through, or if you guys just like going through the puzzles, cool with me either way. But rook slides down. The king. Oh, you can't go here because of rook f1. So you have to go king here to h8. And you take the queen here, check, yeah. Because I'll show that real quick. The other way, you would have ended up losing the game. Probably. I think you're losing. Yeah, because rook slides over. And you can't take the queen. 2000, I know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something. Hey, I say celebrate whatever he feels we're celebrating. I was hyped when I hit 2000. I mean, I was hyped. Man. I was hyped when I hit 2000. When I hit 1956 USCF, I was like jumping up and down. Oh my god, I was so excited for that. And then when I hit 1910 USCF, honestly, I like a streak. I was 1698 and then 1757, and then I was 1757 to 1801, and I was on 10. Chess can do that to you if you really like it. But I think you take here because they can't lift f6. All right, and this next one, checkmate here as well. I guess this is the easier portion. here, and then here. Then you take the knight. Alright, queen slides in. Take this, you take the rook in the corner. And then the pole, although it's not on the other platforms, you guys can also participate if you have a preference of the mix. So far, early votings from YouTube, you guys seem to just want a puzzle stream. I've noticed that. And we hit 1260 on YouTube. Appreciate all the subscriptions. But I've noticed that in the view count and the vote I hosted last time, YouTube seems to like puzzles only more than the other platforms. I wonder what the correlation is, but you guys have the majority of the vote, so you guys are winning. But I think you can go here to C1, attacking the king, because you're attacking the knight. Well, maybe that's not the good logic, but you can't go here, so the knight takes. So I'm thinking rook here, check. If they slide over, yes, and then here you win the knight. And then here, because the pawn's facing this way. So you take the knight there. I was sitting at 26. The knight slides in the center. You can't just go up here to d5 now, because they can take here of check. But if you take this first and then go d5, now it does work. Alright, let's see. You see their bishop drops back. You can't sack the rook. You can go here, though. And you're looking at mate there on g7, so queen slides up. Yeah, that's all you have to do. King slides over. We have the white pieces in this game. Check here, rook over, back, checkmate there on h5. As the king is stuck, you're just giving up a piece or a pawn there, because this rook can't move. It's perfectly placed there. All right, look at this next one. We're down material. We have a knight for their rook. They can't go check. They have no checks. But you see we have pieces around their king. How do we get them to form a mating pattern? My first thought is queen here to b8, because I don't see any. Well, the first thing I do is I look for checks. I don't see any checks. So because I see no checks, I'm thinking of just queen to b8. You're attacking the rook, and then if they go like here, you could go here, and then here, and then here, and then here, and then here. But I don't think that would actually work. Oh, no, this would work. No. Because you go queen b8, right? And then say they go, yeah, I'm pretty sure. If they go there, you would just check, back, check, up, check. And you're going to win that eventually, I'm pretty sure. So if they move the rook, you're winning. So here they have to slide over. Knight in, they have to move the rook. Check, they have to go back, and you take the rook there on c8. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And then here, yeah, and they just move the queen out the way so they don't lose it. And you take the rook. I'll show that, though, because it'll make you find the more complex version of it. There's more to that puzzle. That's the one thing I'll say. It'd be cool if I guess I have the analysis board right here so you can look at it. But if instead they try and go back, right, it's because of queen b7. Q here doesn't work at all. Oh, I guess that makes sense, though, because you're not attacking the rook, right? I'll show the difference. Here you're not hitting the rook, but when you go here, you're hitting the rook, right? So if they go rook c7, you take. That's an obvious way. But the problem is, if you go here, you lose the queen. So if they go here instead, guarding the queen, you lose the rook. So that's why they have to end up just sacrificing it and playing on a losing end game, but it's not like an immediate checkmate. Now the other one, there should be a mate or more material loss soon following that. I appreciate the follow there. White Ranger. Is that a Power Rangers type of thing there that you have a username, or it just happens to say that? Well, you can take here checkmate, I'm pretty sure, because they can't go there or there or there, and this is check. So yeah, we're sitting at 31. They capture. Rook down check. I appreciate the likes there on TikTok from White Ranger. Closing in on 800. But check, they slide. Check. Yeah. The only thing is, like, maybe you could go there first. Because, what could you even do? Like, here, here, here. Oh, if here you could slide all the way there. Yeah, that is checkmate, actually. And then I'll show that. They're not showing the cool stuff. Are you talking about the Rhino Ranger? Is that wait, is it Rhino? I think from No. There's a rhino from something. I don't remember if it was Jungle Fury. I think it was Jungle Fury that I'm remembering. But yeah, here, they slide the king up. Rook slides over here. This is checkmate. And that would be game. Alright, let's go to this next one. We're sitting at 32 right now. Let's check back in on the poll. It's been a minute or two. And no, we have no more votes. We're still at 4 votes. All fine, all fine. I'll take it as if you don't vote, you like the status quo. So let's go queen here. Looking for checkmate. That's actually a forced mate. They can't stop it. There's check. You can't slide this way because that's checkmate. But here, you have to go up because there, and you have to go over because back they slide in and then down and then mate. But if you go here instead, they can't go down. I already have the black pieces on this one. It seems easy. I don't know if I'm missing something, but I think you can just go here and then down and then rook f7. I'm pretty sure. Check. And rook f7. And you take the rook there. You're still guarding it. And this one we have the white pieces. I mean, we have the black pieces. We're playing against the white pieces. You can go g2. And you should be able to go down the right ranger. Appreciate all these likes. We're closing in on 1.2 thousand there. But yeah, I think we're just going to go straight down. Honestly, even if you didn't see the move, it's kind of process of elimination. Like, the pawn is hanging. You can't do that. Like, you're going to lose for sure. And you have to go, you have to go down, actually. Because if you go anywhere where the knight can check you, they can just go back. So say here, check, and then down. Yeah, you have to go g7. No, what? You can't. No way you can go somewhere else with the knight. Oh, that's not check. I don't know why I thought that was check. I don't know why I thought that was check. Yeah, but we got that one wrong for a ridiculous reason. Whatever. We can go here. Happens. Miscalculations. You take the bishop here. And then you can take this here. Capture. Now, queen or rook? I would think it's queen. Could you slide the rook here at the end and you take the queen there? What's going on, Austin? Have you been playing any chess recently yourself? I think queen here is checkmate in 1. We're sitting at 36. I see you've shown some cross-platform support there. They lift their king up. Much appreciated. Thank you for yesterday. We hit, I think, almost 80,000 likes. Yeah, the knight can slide in here. Check. They slide up. Check. Back. So we're running into an issue there. And then if you go here, they slide up. You go here, they slide in. And they actually have a mate sliding if that's happening. So let's see. Knight slides up. This is where we have to figure it out. Because this move doesn't work once they slide to g6. I wonder if you can just force the queen trade. Like, you could win. That's a winning endgame, I'm sure. But I don't think that's what the puzzle wants. Or maybe not, I'm sure. Because they wouldn't. If it's winning 2 different ways, they wouldn't have it. But I'm just saying check and then up. And then check. And then take. Push here. Maybe king down makes it where you're actually not winning the game. But this is, I'm sure, the first move. Yeah. Alright, let's slide their king down. Now this is where it gets tricky. Because you see they have this escape square. We have 2 options. We have queen h3 or queen f7. Either way. What is the best way? I think here. Because this can't be. I'll show. This can't be it. Oh, then here, yeah. So if you look at it, you can actually win this endgame. Which is how I decided. I didn't even see the fork. I just knew this was. I knew it wasn't this. I know it was between this move and this move. And then I saw the fork after. But you can't play this, I'm pretty sure. You're winning still? Okay. I said we were winning it first, and then I doubted myself. But no, this is still winning. Oh, knight f4 check here. And then they have to drop back and then here. That's a bad puzzle, though. Because you could have played either move, and they're both fine. I guess this is a mate, though. I guess you win the queen. But you could have won it both ways. But yeah, let's go to this next one. Oh, no, mate in 2. Oh, because up, right? And then you take. And then king g6. And then take. Yeah. We're sitting at 30, 37 there. Trying to get... And then Austin and White Ranger. Appreciate all these likes. We're almost at 2.5 thousand there. Yes. Bell has it exactly correct. And I think I said it, but again, shout out YouTube. We hit 1260. We started the stream. We've gained 6 at least already. This looks like the move. This is a forced mate here. Take queen up and then rook to c1 checkmate. Perfect. All right. They move their knight here, taking on f7. All right. We have an interesting one. Because how do you do this? How do you do this? Let's say knight goes here, check. If queen takes, rook takes. Here, rook takes, queen takes. Yeah, you can just go there. However you want to put it, that would work out. Now the question is how to continue. Because you see they have that discovery, but if you see, the discovery is not as meaningful if they can't checkmate you. So I'm pretty sure... What is it? Take. I think you can take this. Because if knight captures, they still go here. No. Knight takes rook. Knight here. Wouldn't work. You could just take it. Why does it work at first? I don't know if it ever works. Yeah, I think the knight can just capture. And they slide over. Yeah. And then take here. And take here. Alright, go to this next one. We have the white pieces. Where can we go to get a win on this one? And then Austin, appreciate these likes. We're closing in on 3.2 thousand. Where can we go here with the white pieces? Alright, queen can go here to e4. You have that check, but they can take this pawn here, right? So what else do we have? You could force the queen trade. Always take with the pawn. You always get further advanced. And that's all you have to do for that one. Check, they slide. Here. Viewer tournament. So a viewer tournament is a tournament that's held within the confines of just my stream. So I'll put the link in the chats for platforms that allow links, and then for others I'll have it in my notes section, and you'll click on it and you'll join in, and it's just an arena. So the more wins you get in a row, the more points you get. Yeah, and then Ryan and Austin, appreciate these likes. We're almost at 4,000. But yeah, I think rook c7. Rook. So I'll have that tomorrow or next stream. I hope I'm on tomorrow. We'll see. But I'll definitely be on Thursday if I'm not on tomorrow. And then White Ranger, Ryan, and Austin, appreciate those likes. But yeah, we had a poll on YouTube, and they have more viewers. And it did lose to do the hybrid. Let me know what you think, White Ranger and Ryan. Do you guys like the idea of hybrid streams? Like, I still have, like, the core ones, but instead of doing, like, something different every 3, we'd have, like, mixed streams between the 3 things I do, which are puzzles, the rated play, and the viewer tournaments. But I think rook c7 is the move, though. Rook c7. They go king d8. I don't know. I want to say this is it. But really, I'm having trouble seeing it. After king d8. So you slide down, check. They go down. It's not like you can just go down here, right? And then, what else could you do? Here they slide up. I think here, back. Oh, we may get this one incorrect. Because, man, how do you even get them? I think this is it. Alright, they slide over. This is where... Maybe here. Yeah. Here. Perfect. And then... Here. Rook b7. No, it's not rook b7. It's instead what? Oh, you win the... Oh my gosh, yes. I'm trying to get checkmate, and this is not checkmate. What I'm doing is not mate. Here, king c8, and then here they go here, here. Yeah. Instead, you have to immediately go rook down. I'm trying to get checkmate, and I need to just take the rook. It's not mate. I'm trying to make it mate. You just win material instead. Cannot be stuck trying to do one thing if it's not an option. Alright, we're sitting at 40. We've had some rough runs, But we can take this here, and then Austin, appreciate these likes still. We're closing in on 5,000. But if we take this here, or do you take this here first? Or do you take this here? We have a few different options, to be honest with you. This looks free. And I don't know how you can't just take that here, and then back, and then back. Take. Alright, we're sitting at 41. I'll take it. That was a weird way to get there, but I'll take it. This next one, in 2 hours. So did you just, you woke up recently, or you have been up for like 20 hours? But I think king c6, you're setting up here. If you go here now, the king just comes forward. If you go here, and then they do whatever, and then you go up, they can still go for it. So you have to go king c6, I believe. They drop back. Now, if you go up, I don't know, actually. Because I feel like I could win playing both moves, but I know that's not true. So I have to tell the difference. Oh, no, you can't. If you go here first, check. Over, take. That's a stalemate. So you have to go a7 first. I'll show the other one too. Yeah, you have to go here first. And then you have to push. You have to go here and get the queen. I'll show the difference though. It looks like you can almost do it, but you can't. Because if you go up here, they have this bishop g2. It looks like this is great, but bx b7, ax b7, this is stalemate, right? They can't move. And then if you just go here, they just go over. So you had to go a7 first. Alright, we're sitting at 42. The rook is here. We can get an active rook. It feels like it would be here. No, but then the bishop just slides over. So let's say we go here attacking the rook, getting on this diagonal. They go here. Here. Over. Now it has something to do with this rook being on this weak diagonal. Alright, sitting here. There's no dark square bishop that can sit there instantly. But it feels like there's something that can get in the way. So boom or boom. I don't know which one is better. Which one is better? Which one's better? Queen slides. So let's say queen slides here. Bishop slides. We could go here. I think queen is better. Yeah, and they slide over. Now you just want a piece. Take. I'll show that real quick. If instead you move the rook over, I don't think you can win anything if you go here first. Oh yeah, also because it's just not a pin. Yeah, you have to get the pin. So that was honestly easier than I was making it. But if they go here, I was worried about that. But it's rook fb8, right? And you're looking at winning that now. And if you slide over, I think you can... Oh, you take this first here and then rook over. Yeah. Alright. So we get that one correct. We're sitting at 43. Let's see if we can get the next couple right. And let's check in on the poll again. I'll check in periodically. We got another vote in. And it's still puzzles for the win there. And then White Rhino and Austin. Appreciate these likes. We're almost at 6.5 thousand. Let's see if we can get a puzzle correct here. So what I'm looking at is we have this pin on the king. Rook can take on g6 check. They slide over. Well, what else could you even... Yeah, I don't even have to calculate it. You can't do anything else anyway. So that was almost certain that was the move. What's going on, Blink? Let's see what we can do next. Yeah, you've walked in or scrolled in. We're doing some puzzles here. Trying to get better at calculation. But really, and not more honestly, trying to get my personal best. It's not looking like we're on pace to do it right now, though. Let's see. Where can we go? Because you go rook dg1. You're looking here for checkmate. But here... And then take. And then take, they just check you. That feels like that's weak. Here they take and then check and then back. and you're in the same predicament, right? It still wouldn't really work. But how else could you do it, though? Like, you would have to somehow sacrifice. All right, let me see. Before I go, this is my move that I'll play if I find nothing else. But there's got to be a better move. I just have to take my time to find. Because if you go here, they go up, check. Yeah, I mean, this has to be it. And after this, there's something I'm missing, clearly. No, that's not it. What is it? I'm getting cooked today. Oh, oh. Interesting. Well, that wasn't even on my mind. And it looks... That's findable, too. Just missed that one. Let's go to this next one. Unless we have any Puzzle Battle challengers. If you want to challenge me in Puzzle Battle, send your username. I'll send you an invite. If not, let's just keep going. Trying to get... So I guess 50 today. We're struggling to get to 50. Take here. And I'm just doing these while I'm waiting. But if you do want to play, still send the message. We'll definitely get that going. A puzzle. Oh, check. You have to get out the way. Alright, rook slides down. Take. We're at 4. We have the white pieces. We'll take. And we just run the pawn down. Sitting at 5, correct. Sitting at 6, correct. Yeah, that one. Very, very difficult one for me. Replay that? Oh, man, I did it too fast. My bad. Next time, usually I don't go over it that quickly, but the reason it worked, because if you slid here, the queen couldn't slide here check because the rook is still there. So they have to take queen takes. And then they take your rook, and then you slid queen down here to h8. And once they move, you take the rook in the corner. So you'd have a queen for a bishop at the end there. But my bad. I should have kept on that a little bit longer. But yeah, that was the idea. Pretty crazy idea. The queen is here on c3. qf2. Check here. And then White Ranger, appreciate, and Austin, appreciate all these likes. Closing in on 8,000. Let's see. So bishop g4. Oh yeah, that would work. Bishop g4. If they lift their pawn up, you had queen down checkmate. Now you have queen down checkmate anyways. Now you go here. You can take and then bishop h6 checkmate. Take check, take check, take check. And you win the rook. Alright, capture. Your pawn is just faster. And you're stopping that square. We have the white pieces on this one. Check. You're going to win the rook. Perfect. Alright. We have the white pieces here. They go bishop c6. Taking. Wow, that's crazy because take, check. Yeah, this actually works, I'm pretty sure. And then check, and you take the rook here. Perfect. Alright. The queen's going to slide here to d4, d5. Let's see what we can do. There's a check here. And I think that's it, because if you go here, they have to go over, right? Because if you go here, up, I mean, they don't have to do that, but you would take. Now, you win something because of the threat of bishop c4, so check. They have to lift up, and check. You take, and then you win the bishop. So we're sitting at 17 now. This is a mate in 3, check, check, checkmate on 18. We have the white pieces. You can go up, check. Right, and then you push check. Or not check, you just push. And then push, they can't stop you. Alright, they have the white pieces. You can just take it this way. And then take. And you get 2 bishops for a rook. And that's more than okay. If you do it this way, though, they can take your queen check. And you're actually going to lose the game. So queen takes here on f5. Queen takes, and you take the knight back at the end. Alright, then move the queen over here to c7. We can bring our rook down to e8 check. And then if they lift up, we have queen d4 check. If they go here, you would take there on f6. So rook slides down, queen slides back 1 square, and you get checkmate there on f6. Alright, this one. Interesting because there's no immediate checkmate. So you are setting up something, which makes it more complex, but makes it more fun too. I think the idea is f7. Because f7, you're looking at queen to... Yeah, you're looking at queen to h6 checkmate. So up, And then you're looking at mate, ideally. Their only check is you block there. And they can't go again. So I'm pretty sure this is it. Here, they slide over, back. They take. You're going to go check first, over, and then bishop up, check. And there's going to be complete lossage of the game for the other side because of it. Alright, and this one here, rook can slide down, then White Ranger and Austin, appreciate these these likes. We're closing in on 10,000. Now, White Ranger only, I think I'm seeing there. Oh, yeah, and Austin. We're almost at 10,000 now. Yeah, rook can slide down here, checkmate. That's mate in 1. This is mate in 1 as well, the knight and the queen. Alright, let's look at this next one. The knight can slide in attacking the queen. And then you're looking to take that knight there. And they shouldn't be able to stop that. I think we can just do it there. So knight slides. And Liber, appreciate these likes. Appreciate that, Blink. I'm off to a good start, but I've been getting stuck at the 40s today. I gotta get to, trying to get to 60 here and then here. We gotta continue the cooking the entire way through. Knight here, b6, rook a8, and then take here at a1, checkmate. I think the rook can slide over, setting up an unstoppable mate. Right, you take and then rook h4 will be it. Alright, they move here with the check. You can take this because there's a pin. So you just take, and now take again, and you take the queen. Alright, the king lifts up. You have this check, and if the king slides over, you have checkmate. So let's see if that happens. Check, check, and then checkmate there. Alright, they lift their pawn forward in this one. The queen is just free. And you go here, you're going to win the knight. Alright, sitting at 30. Let's see what we get here. So queen can slide down. Up. Check. Oh, no. It's here, then over, then checkmate. I was like, there's no way this is checkmate. If you go here, then here, then here. There's no mate. But here and then here is mate. I was 37 when I first started playing. When did you start playing? And then what's your rating sitting at now, if I may ask? But yeah, I think you can take the rook or take this. I don't know. I think you can take the rook, because if the king takes... This is a weird setup. I was thinking knight here for a split second, but I don't think that's it. That doesn't seem correct. Rook takes rook, king takes rook. Queen e1. No. Queen can't take, because they could take with check, or just take your queen. There's something that's got to be hanging, because we're sitting at 32. So if the rook captures, you know this is a forcing move at least, so you can start there. This is forcing, they have to react to it. The knight slides back, the queen could slide in check. But even that, like up, it feels like it'd be okay after. So let's say here, but knight, or no, here, and then king takes. Well, I think this is, no, that's not the first move. What is the move? We get 30 incorrect. Man, it's knight sack. I said that, I was like, nah, that can't be it. And I just assumed it was not that, and it was that. Alright, they move their bishop back here. 1 minute. Fair. What's your bullet rating? I play a lot of bullet as well, because I'm like, I don't have that much time. And then White Ranger and Austin, still thank you guys for likes. Almost at 12,000. But I know the feeling. So I'll be between classes, like, well, I can't really play a full game right now. So I got into bullet. Take there. Check up. Check over. Check. Here. And then here. And now, oh, rook here is actually checkmate. You can move the bishop again. Alright, in this one, we can go queen captures. No. Rook's there. No. Rook captures. King slides up. So here, king slides up. Man, I'm getting stuck on these puzzles right now. They have a lot going on. If you take, they take. Okay, you take here, check. They take here. But there's no checkmate once they're on this square. That's kind of the issue. Maybe you can take, and then you could sack, and then queen over. So capture, and then you sack here on g6, I'm pretty sure. If they take, you go here. Take over, but I'm just kind of saying sack. Oh, you sack it this way. Yeah, you don't sack on g6 here, and that's checkmate. Alright, go to this next one. They lift their pawn forward. Down and over. That's 35. 36. And now what? Okay, so you take, they push, 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 push. Push, 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 push. So you push this way. So you're stopping them from getting the queen on a1. What's going on, Tree Work? And then Tree Work, White, Ranger, and Austin. I appreciate all three of you for all those likes. Almost at 12.5 thousand. I think my peak. Okay. Sack the Rook. Yes, you did see Sack the Rook. That was a fun one. That was a harder one for me, though. But I think the Rook to c5 is probably the move. Rook c5 and Rook xa5. Right, they can't stop the checkmate this way. If you went up a square, I'll show that real quick, it wouldn't have worked the other way, because instead you run into the king sliding up. And now you can't get there. But if you go c5, it is just a checkmate. I mean, I have 38 correct. I mean, now I'll just take if I can get to 50 this time. Alright, take this. Yeah. And then up. Up, up. Up, up. So if I go here, here, and then you can just go king here to c5. I'm just double checking. Here, here, yeah. And now you push. Because now you're in range to stop it. Up, and you stop it there. Alright, the rook slides back. You have this pin. And I think that's all you have to, or this fork. That's all you have to go for. Well, okay, I've said that before. Let's see if that's actually true, though. Because you have two things you can do here with black. You can take this knight first and then push, or just push. I don't know if there's a difference between the two. Yeah, that was definitely a pretty cool one, Ranger. Like, that'd be a fun one to find in a game, if with the rook sack there. But for this one here, am I missing something? Why can you not? Well, you can't do both. That's part of it being a puzzle. You know both are not correct. I don't see how they both don't work. Well, if I have to pick one, I'm going to pick the one that attacks the queen first. Yeah, I'll have to look after why it doesn't work the other way. Let me see if I can see it before we put it there. So if you go pawn up now, if they take, I really don't get it. Yeah, I have to look at the analysis board. I really have no clue the difference. Queen still, because I was thinking if you push, I don't see how you can't. How is this not holding it? Oh, rook f6. Oh, okay. I was like, how is this not? I was looking at queen f6. I'm like, well, this doesn't work. But no, they can go rook f6. Okay. All right, nice. Missed that idea, but I took with the knight first, just evaluating danger levels. It made more sense to get rid of, maybe not danger levels, just to make a move that attacks the queen and then go for less pieces on the board. But rook f6 is the main reason you can't do it. That's a pretty cool one. Let's check back in with the poll. With some more votes, it is puzzles far and away for those watching on YouTube. All right, and that wins. So the king is here on D. Bobby Fischer. That sounds like some great advice. He really good chess player. I don't know too much about him besides that he was a world champion. And I know the game where he sacked his queen. My elo, so do you mean over the board or online? If you mean online, what time control are you asking about? And then their king is here on d4. So c5 check. If they slide over, check, take, check. I have no idea. I have no idea. What? What is going on? Here wouldn't work. Like, you can't go there, that's a check. Okay, so this is the move. I just don't understand why it's the move, though. Like, why is that the move? Otherwise, like, the other option is here. But then they take bullet and rapid. My bullet is 2361 and my rapid is 2200. Here. Take. Alright, they slide their king over. Like, b5, I just don't see how that works. b5, king takes. Oh, no, I see it. It's b5, because they have to take, and then here, and then back, and then here, and then down, and then check, and then down, and then mate. That's kind of cool. And then here, and here, and then down, and then mates. Alright, sitting at 42. We have got here before. So can we get farther? That's the question. Can we get farther this stream? It's been a stream of the 40s for me. Let's see. I just saw the emote reaction. Yeah. It took some time. Now you can take this here, I'm pretty sure. And then go here and then take queen. We're sitting at 43. Can't do it 2 straight. Oh, you actually can. You can do it 2 straight times. But it's probably better to do this. Because here, 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 you'd be in an equal end game. But if you go here first, then you just take that for free, and then you'd save the knight. But this wouldn't be losing. And it'd be funny if it was the same thing back to back. The problem is, though, you take. You're up or they're up a queen for a piece. You go here, they can sack, and then you're in an equal end game. But going here first, no, is it that? No, if it's that, that's crazy. No, it's here. Why can you not move the bishop, though? How have I been playing? I've been playing about 13 years. Why does this not work? Oh, knight ec2. Ah, that makes sense. Missed that completely. I'm not doing a good job today at seeing the counter moves. That's gotta be something I look at more. Capture. And then what? They attack the queen. And you can only go here. And now king here. Are sitting at 44. They lift their pawn forward here, attacking the bishop. What can we do? We can attack the knight if they go back and then up and then back. Let's see. Up here. If they slide in. And then Austin, appreciate all these likes. And White Ranger still with the likes. Almost at 17,000 there. That's a lot. But yeah, man, I don't know. A6, you attack the knight here. They slide in. Is it more complex, though? Like, if you go here, they take. Let's look at every move. This is hanging right now. You have a piece hanging. So you counterattack. If they go up, you counterbalance. You attack the queen. But once they go back, your knight's hanging, your rook's hanging, your bishop's hanging. If you go up, knight in, up. Right? You have two. You have this hanging and that hanging. If they go back, one is going to fall. So that's why I don't love that idea. This sacrifice, I don't see how it would work. Honestly, like if you took king takes, there's not a real counter. Like you take in the center, but after they go back, there's no follow-up. Let's see. There's no pin. The bishop is on c8 and not b7 already. No. I get another 4. Oh my god. It gotta be mental. Another 40. You do sack. Oh my god. You do sacrifice. I think I pointed out the right move a few too many times to not do that. What's going on, Gregory? And then before we start this next one, does anyone want to play me in a puzzle battle before we get started on this next run? If so, send your username and I can send you an invite. If not, I'll just do that. I'll just keep doing this. Yeah, I'll do the first couple. You still have time. You do want to play. Okay, let's send Ryan an invite. So definitely Ryan. If anyone else wants to, type in chat. If not, after Ryan gets a game, we'll go back to the survival. Because we're getting higher than that. Doesn't matter how many attempts. Take here. That's checkmate there. Queen slides in here, mate. That's me. That's, no, whatever. Do that. Maybe I should say never. Checkmate. Queen takes rook here. You will. Okay, we have two people for sure. I'll look at who sent it first when this is done. But I see Blink and Gregory both said they are down. Check. Here. Checkmate. Alright, sitting at 11. Take. Sitting at 12. 13. 14. That's perfect in the corner. Capture, and now their king's too far away from your pawn there. That's a queen. Alright, next up, knight takes in the center. Knight takes here, check. And you're going to take that because you're attacking the rook in the corner. Alright, you sack the queen, rook takes. The rook here is too good. Rook check, bringing the other rook over for mate. Take, and there's mate in the corner. This is not... Hold on. Oh, this is the move. It's not exactly mate, though. You win the bishop. Alright, they slide over. There should be a mate in, like, 2. Yeah, check, and then rook here. Take here, mate in 1, because the rook here, down, win the queen. Sitting at 23. Rook takes, rook takes. Alright, let's see. We get the win. Okay. We get the win. I don't know if I would have found that one, but luckily we do get it. Let's see. I'll let you play. Did you play? You can do one for free each day, I know. Let's see if you use... Did you use it today? Well, we're about to check in a second. Alright. And I sent the invite, so you just gotta accept it. If you can send me one as well. And then White Ranger and Austin still with the likes. Almost at 20,000 there on TikTok. Much appreciated. Appreciate that intro. But yeah, let's go to the next one here. We have Blink and then we have Gregory. Got me going. I'm trying to beat my side record of only 39. Hey man, you can definitely get to 40. Definitely get to 40. You're right there. You're right there. Checkmate. Rook down. Rook takes. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, you can't move the rook. That's free. Queen down, take. Mate in 1. Mate in 2. On the rook there. King back. We're sitting at 11. 12. Oh, you win the knight. It looked like there should be a checkmate there. That's why I was confused. That was a good one. Because I was expecting a mate, but you just won material. And the queen there at h7. We're sitting at 17, 18, 19, 20 now, 21. $22. Alright, and this one, I think you can take. Alright, sitting at 23. This is take and then king down. Queen's going to slide up. This is a mate in 3. Or, yeah, mate in 3. But you can't take there, though. Their knight slides over. Oh, here. And you take the knight in the corner. Rook slides down. That's not yet mate. Oh, take here. And take. Then take. Alright, GG, GG. And then Gregory. Let's go. Gregory is next. And then I don't see anyone after Gregory. If so, send your username. If not, we'll get back to survival then. Harrington. Alright, I just sent you that invite there. Appreciate that intro. Appreciate that. I would say I've done a lot of like quick puzzles, like Puzzle Storm on Lichess really helps me with this. Like I've done a lot. It's a lot of tactics. Like you have to do them fast. It's a 3-minute timer, but you get more time added. So you just keep going and going. Alright, take the knight. Rook takes bishop. Take here. Take bishop 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You see the rook there. Checkmate. That's mate there. That's mate. Winning the bishop? That's all you have to do? Huh. That's an interesting one, but I guess that's all you do for that one is win the bishop. Alright, rook slides over at 17. Okay. Take and then checkmate here. Check, and you would slide and take that. Take. We're sitting at 20. 21 because the rook's on the file. 22. That's a mate in 1. Oh, this is a cool one. And then checkmate here on h3 at the end. That's mate in 1 there, 24. That's a free queen, 25. This should be 26 because you got the rook through. Rook takes. Rook takes. I don't get this one. There. Oh, I guess you could go here though. Yeah. And you take, yeah. Take, and you take the knight. Alright, sit in 27. 28. Well. Up here. Take opposition. Take. Yeah, that one I wasn't sure about. This one I think I do see. King up and then rook down. Are sitting at 30. Well, I mean, you have to take this because you have to take that. Here doesn't work though. Huh. How do you do this one? Because you slide over check. They move. You slide down. All right, what piece could we get there in time? Oh, I get it. Check, and then here, and then take. Are sitting at 31. No, we almost got that one. No, that's mate. Oh, I realized. We get the win, though. We get the win. Do you play any chess off stream? I do when I'm... Like, over Christmas break, yeah, but, like, this week I haven't. I've just been doing homework off stream. I haven't had any time to. And it's like, when I have free time, like, do I stream or do I play chess? It's kind of the dilemma. I'm like, well, I guess it'd make more sense to stream. But I do prefer to play off stream. It just, whenever I get time to. Let's see. Yeah, anyone else wants to play? Before we go to the survival. If so, send your user. If not... we can keep going with that. But yeah, I prefer to play off stream. Like it's like cause I have 2 goals I guess with chess. Like to do this, you know, content, and then I still want to be a master. So I do practice off stream, but it's been tough. I've had supply chain management and market analytics homework. Let's see. All right, I don't see any other messages. Let's go to a rematch. Sure, let's do a rematch, and then after that we'll get to the survival. Appreciate that, Blink. All right, rook slides down, take here, rook down here, rook takes, checkmate, knight there, free, take, and that should be mate in the corner. That's not mate though. That is mate. Here with the bishop and the queen. There, the diagonal. Take here, fork in the center. We're sitting at 11. Here, 12. 13. Alright, I have the white pieces? How is this checkmate? Bro, what? This is checkmate. Oh, here. Okay. Here, 15. 16. Alright, 17, you sack. I am so confused. Here, back. Well, I mean, you would have to go here first. Yeah, there's not even another option. So you have to go there. That's checkmate. Let's see. Capture. Capture. Down. Take. Alright, sitting at 21. Oh, this is actually checkmate. Check, take, checkmate there. Checkmate here. Rook down, up, check, check, up, down, check, check. Yeah, I think you can go here. No, you can't go there. I must have miscalculated. I'd miscalculated that then. Here, up, check, up. Man, these are all confusing me. Here, up, here. Because if you go up here... Here... Oh, yeah, that's me. Okay. 26. And then you take that. And then... Where would you go after? They're attacking... They just go back? Yeah. Oh, you got the win. Okay. Let's go to this next one. Sack the queen. Oh, it's rook. No way. It's rook here to east. Oh, that's not even hard. Oh my god. Rook e7 was the one I missed. Okay. Well, we get the win there. Supply chain. Yeah, I have I'm taking one of my supply chain course. Like my major is like mostly engineering with some business in it. So I had some supply chain homework. Oh my god, that was... But yeah, I don't see any other messages for a puzzle battle. So let's go to Puzzle Rush again. Let's try and get to the record. I'm feeling we're getting 50 this time. We're getting 50 this time. All right, rook slides down. Rook here. Rook here to d8. Queen down, checkmate. Take here, checkmate. Let's get the first ones out the way. We want the more challenging ones. Check, bishop down, king h7. All right, that's 8. That's 9. 10, 11. Okay. All right, let's start thinking now. Let's start thinking now. Where can we go? Oh, I think it's here because you have that check. Yeah. Well, that one's not a overly complex one in itself. Let's see for this one, though. Also, an easier one. I guess we're still in the first 20, so that should be expected to an extent. Check, and then checkmate there. Your career's in supply chain. That's crazy, that's crazy. We're supply chain major. Appreciate you joining in, Blink. Hope to see you sometime in the future. Thanks for the puzzle battle games. Grinding some rapid. Did you get to 1813 yet? And then checkmate here. Yeah, queen slides here, check. King back. Or you may have to go up, honestly. Up, here, here. There are no more checks. Yeah. Alright, we take the rook here for free in the corner. Check. If they slide, Why am I getting stuck on these? Here, over. It must not be that complicated. Maybe here and then here? Yeah, okay. Alright, sitting at 18. Queen back here. Rook, check. Take, and then queen takes h7. Checkmate. Queen down, and you're going to take on f7, mate. We're sitting at 21. And then Austin, appreciate all these likes. Almost at 23,000. And White Ranger, you guys are both going back and forth and back and forth there. Almost at 23,000. All right, the queen's going to slide back. Check. Checkmate. We're sitting at 22. All right. All right. We got to get to 60. So we have to continue to get these earlier ones right. Take here. Take. Boom, boom. Yeah, I think you can just capture this. All right. Yeah, that's all you have to do for that one. Let's see. Rook down. You sack the rook. Take this and get checkmate on g4. Anyone watching the Todd is Still tournament that's going on right now, I've been seeing, I can't watch the full thing, but I'm watching it on and off. The king drops here. Check. And you promote on the next turn. Yeah, I love that checkmate there on e8. Alright, rook slides over. And then knight here. And then the rook here on e1. Bishop slides. You sack and then here and then here. Alright, that's all you have to do for that one. Appreciate that, White Ranger. I've been grinding puzzles the last 3 years a good amount. I'm glad I've got something out of it. I can do a little faster and calculate a little bit better. Then you can go here looking at b2. I don't know where the candidates are. I don't know. I'm excited for them though. I watched the last one pretty much all live. Like that was that last day, it was honestly heartbreaking. Like I don't know if you watched it, but when Fabiano was playing Jan Nepomniachtchi, he had a winning move and he just couldn't find it and he ended up drawing, and then Jan like apologized to him like while they were playing, like, I'm sorry that he found the draw. That was cinema, man. Like your opponent saying I'm sorry, like bro, that's gotta be gut wrenching. That was his best chance to win. Do I have to take it? I don't know. Like, I'm rooting for Fabiano because that last one, I wasn't even playing. Like, I don't dislike him or anything, but it's not like I'm a huge fan of anyone that much, I would say. Except Wesley. So I want to see Wesley play. I want him to win. Denis Lazovic. I don't know why. Those are my favorite players. But I became a fan, like, man, he got it. He has to get one after that. Because that was heartbreaking. And I was just watching. I couldn't imagine if you were in a winning position to have a chance to qualify for World Championship and you just miss it. Like, that's got to be crazy. Let's go back here at 30. Who's your boy? Who's your favorite player? I know you said it before, but I don't remember. I think this is checkmate here on f7. You go here. That's open, that's open. Or this isn't open. It's more this is open, and this is check. We're sitting at 31. Let's see, check. If they slide. Check up. Well, you would have to go here, though. Because this is check. So you have to check them. Alright, and now is it here to win the rook? It's not always... No, there was a checkmate. I keep getting a 31 wrong. Wait, is that not what I just did? Hold on. In my head... No, I swear I just did that. Here. Maybe I did this first. But in my head, I already saw the rook there. That is frustrating. So at least mentally I got it right. In the spirit of puzzles, I did see it. But like I pre-moved it. Like in my head it was already there. But I guess it was not there yet. And that... Oh my god. But you can take this, they take... C'est la vie. Hikaru? It'd be cool if someone from the... I don't even know if they're older. But not like the 20-year-olds win. Because this is probably their best chance. One of their last few chances. Like him or Fabi would be fun to see. Because I wasn't in it when it was Peak Magnus. That's what I missed out on. I never got to see Peak Magnus in a World Championship. Yeah, Bishop on f5. Is it b6 attacking? Or is it Queen here? Yes, let's get locked in. And then take. I was sitting at 33. Capture, queen up. Or is it queen up immediately? Queen up immediately, you're looking at that. They go here. Has the best score against all of them, and it's all winning. He does? I don't know any of the... I don't know that much lore. I'm just into the competitive scene. I've been playing for a while, but I'm not... I was a fan of chess, but I didn't even know all this existed. Like, all these tournaments and stuff. And so the candidate starts in 2 months, Ryan says, Gregory. And then Austin, still appreciate these likes for closing in on 25,000. I think we can go here. Checkmate. Yes, that's checkmate. Sitting at 35. Check. Rook down. That's checkmate. Here. Take. And then take the queen. Put them all... Oh, I think I saw the thumbnail for that. Who did he have as the best player? What was his whole ranking? And I think for this, QE4 is interesting. Because you're attacking. They slide over. Oh, but you could take here, and then queen to G2. Right? Or B2. Here, QB2, take rook. Alright, they take here on D6. You slide here, check. And then win the queen. Here, if they go up, that becomes kind of a problem. If you take though, yeah, I mean, you have to move the queen. I'm excited for the Speed Chess Championship. I'm with you. I'm excited for that. I can't see Lazovic play Magnus. We go here, check. They slide up, and now is it knight takes, setting up that discovered attack, or is it rook takes, attacking the queen a second time? Rook takes feels like it'd make more sense. Yeah, and now you could still slide over and win the queen this way. You take the queen there. Alright, sitting at 39. Fabi was first, followed by Hikaru. Ah, okay. Because I remember reading somewhere, or watching somewhere, that in Fabiano's peak, he was the second best classical player by far. Got last Sindarov and Pragnananda. And Fabi, Hikaru top choice, he ranked Fabi higher. I like Sindarov as well. Watching his World Cup run was very exciting. Check. Queen slides here, checkmate. That's 40. Alright, this next one. Knight takes. Queen takes. Take there. I think so. You take that on e5. Because you're in check. I mean, you're in check, yeah. So you'd have to take. Now it's about finding the best second move. I think you just take this. Because they go down. Or is it... Okay, the confusion is... If you take here... Oh, here, and then you have bishop e7. Yeah. Here, be7. And you don't lose that there. Hey, man, you got the points. You got the points. What are you sitting at right now? He is killing it. And then I first learned about him or saw him when they were playing the freestyle thing, and he picked Hikaru as his opponent. Like, that took some guts. So yeah, I've been a fan since that, because that is insane. Like, picking the world number 2 as your opponent, insane decision. I don't remember if he won or not, but just the fact that he did it, I respect that type of mentality. He had a fan since then. But if you take here, looking here, check is... That looks good. There's no... Yeah, they can't slide in this way. They do have that check if you take the knight. But you could probably just slide back diagonally. Oh, no, but then the queen could take. So, rook takes knight. They lift. King up. This is a crazy position. Or could you sack? I would say you could sack, but then they could just block with the knight there. He won twice in that? Oh, yeah, that's insane. But I think you take the knight. They drop the queen back. And then I have to look at this one for sure, because I don't fully understand this one, honestly. Rook here, take. Why can they not do this? So let's see. You take this. Oh, never mind. They can't push the pot up because of that. So that makes sense. I would have played that instantly if I realized that. But they take here in the corner. Is it just bishop here? It feels like it is just bishop there. Yeah. Bishop b3, you take here, and that's checkmate. Alright, the king's going to look forward in this one. You have a fork, but they slide up, and then here over. That leaves me with some questions. Knight here, the king slides up to this square. Feels like wherever you go, they have some way out of this. But you know there's a checkmate because they're up 2 rooks. They kind of give that away. So I think it's queen down here then. Because they lift, you take, and then up you would check. Yeah, I think you have to go here. Take that, and that's all you have to do for that one. And take here on g7. Alright, what do we have? Take, rook down. Sometimes you can give 2 rooks for that. But man. And then Austin, appreciate that, White Ranger. And Austin, appreciate these likes, almost at 27,000. But if you take the rook here on g7, the rook slides down here to h8. And you can for sure just give up the queen for 2 rooks. I don't know if that's the point of the puzzle, though. Maybe, because you'd have 2 rooks and a bishop if you took it back the right way. Oh, I get it. Wait, no, even if you go here first. Well, if you go here... Oh, maybe the problem is their queen gets in, so you have to go here. Yeah, I'll show the difference. If you instead go king to e7, so here, if you go king e7, it doesn't look that bad, but the reason it's bad is because after takes, they go queen h7. So, and this is just hard to defend. You have poorly coordinated pieces. This is hanging. Your rook's not out. But if you go king here to d7 first, bishop takes, their queen can't slide in, and now you get the advantage having a bishop and 2 rooks for the queen, and their queen's not on an amazing square. Like, they can only go there. Like, they can't slide here or here or here. So it's a slight difference, but a very important one. Alright, so this next one. The king is there on f8. The first thought I have is queen to d7. It forces the king to go back. The issue is that there's really nothing you could do after that. So I don't think that's the move. But man, I'm thinking about it. I can't make it work in my head though. I want to say... you need like another piece almost. It feels like rook b7 is too slow, right? Rook b7, they just slide over, and we're in the same spot, and that wouldn't make sense. And then the issue of going here anyways is now this is unprotected. So process of elimination. Let's think. Okay, so we have queen d7 as an option. We have rook b7 as an option, although I don't think it's either of these two. We're just going through what I've talked about so far and thought about so far. Nothing else is crossing my mind, so I think it's a move I just haven't said yet. There's something that I'm missing. Like, any rook h7 idea doesn't feel like it would make any sense. Like, if you go rook h7, like, there's just nothing. There's no check. It threatens nothing. This is at least a check, right? That's the main appeal. It's a check, they slide back. Okay, you have another check. Okay, there are 2 checks there, but they could blockade with anything, really. Here, back, up. They can't go to the H file. Queen down. Maybe it is this? So rook here. They slide. Check. Man, I'm kind of seeing it now because they can't go to the H file, and this is forcing them. Oh, this would be checkmate. Can you set that up? Rook here. Oh, wait. If you go rook here to E1, okay, they slide a piece over. Queen down. King down. Okay. Take. Take. No, there's nothing. There's almost, it's like it's almost something that you can do, but not quite. Check over. So rook e1, they slide a rook over. You check. They go back. You take. They take. Yeah, there's just no mate there. Okay, we're just going to go here. That is the move. The king slides over. Now the idea is it rook e1 or is it queen here? Because this rook is hanging right now. This is the main issue we're having is our rook is just sitting here for free. Completely for free. Queen check. Forcing a piece to go back, blocking. But I'm missing what you can do with the queen being forced back. Which is why I'm not liking that idea. Sliding down. I think it's too slow. Because if you slide down, they go rook up. Or even take and then rook up. And regardless, you're too slow to get to 7th rank. Rook e1 has some idea. But I don't know. They could go back in that. And then we run into that same problem. Rook down, check, king takes. And then over. Man, this... I can't wait to see what the answer is for this one. There's nothing free. Taking here, you're attacking the rook. Taking here. Can't go here. But you have a queen on the 7th rank. That's a benefit. That's a plus. Rook f5 won't help you out too much, right? Because if you go there, like you're cutting that off, but there's not an attack following it. So I'm hesitant to say that's it. And then if you go there now here, if you bring the rook, there's that checkmate idea. So moving this rook feels wrong as well. Man. Check. That's right. How is that right? I have no idea how that's correct. But queen there is the right answer. Okay. And then queen back. They move, check. I have to see why that's forced though. Like when the moves happen, it makes sense. But I have to see why it's forced. You said solution. Yeah, you can say anyone's allowed to participate in it. Anyone's allowed. Yeah, we slide down, check. They go back here. Oh, I get it. Because here you just go queen h3 immediately. And then over. And then check. And now that's hanging. Ah, makes sense. Alright, we got it eventually. And then the queen goes back. You have this queen this queen h3 idea. And now, if they go here, check here, check over, check. Alright, go to this next one. And then Austin, appreciate all these likes. We're closing in on 29,000 there. Alright, go to this next one. Let's try and get more correct. Alright, the knight can slide here, check. Rook can take, no. Knight takes, queen takes back. Bishop can capture the rook, but they have a lot of checks, it feels like. So maybe not that, maybe not that. If you lift up here attacking their rook. Ow. He's made a comeback? Good work, man. What is your rating sitting at now? Oh, can you sack the rook? Rook sack, king takes, rook f8. Yeah, I think you can. And that's all you have to do for that one. Alright, the bishop is here on e4. Queen check. Queen takes. Queen down. Sitting at 48. Alright, this next one, what do we have? Queen can. If you win your 1809, man, good stuff, good stuff. You got the white or the black pieces. And do you play the plus 400 minus 25? Yeah, I think queen to d1 check. QD1. They go back. That doesn't feel right. Check. I don't like the idea of going down, though, because down, they can just slide away. Like, the queen and rook are doing a great job, is what I'll say. So I don't want to get rid of that setup. So let's say check. They go back. Check, they take, check. But then the queen drops back. And I don't know if that would work. So let's say QD1. They slide. Oh, and then you go rook here. It's not because it's checkmate. It's because you win the queen. Right? And then rook B7. So here you're aiming down. So you've captured. If they move, you still take check. Yeah. Here. Alright, sitting at 49. Okay, Sam, you're going crazy there. You're getting a lot of them correct. Let's see. What's your rating, out of curiosity? Because you're getting these 2600 ones. It seems fast. Because I can see the message go up. I try not to look at it until after. But I have been seeing the messages go. So you're getting them quick. But the rook is here on G3. If you take check. Oh, you could sack the rook. And then here, and then queen here, checkmate. Yeah, sack. And then mate. Alright, sitting at 50. The bishop takes here on B7. Alright, what do we have now? Rook slides down, check. If the king slides up. Queen down, king up. Yeah, that also is not going to work. That's not going to work. Queen in, though. That's interesting. So queen slides in if the rook slides back. Here. I need to, at the same time, be here and here, which is not possible. So we have a rook that can help with this check idea, but then the king is there. So, like, I need enough time to go here and here, or, like, here and here. But once you go here first, they could be like, oh, they're going to do that. Let's go rook here to D1. And then it doesn't work. Like, they're not, well, this is a bot. I'm going to say they're not a robot, but they are, they are a robot is where this is pre-programmed. But in the sense of, they're not a bot that's going to let you do everything you intend to do, right? So how do we force this move to actually work? So you go here, they go back, and then here, right, they have that checkmate idea. So that's not going to work. Here, up. That's where we run into the problems. But then here, down. Also, kind of a problem. There's got to be some way to do both. Obviously there is, because this is the point. Like, here you're winning a piece with queen b4. But I don't know if that's... Like, you're not winning if you win a piece is my main thing. But maybe that's the best thing you can do. This is just not a win. Like, here... Or even if you can't even win the piece. Here. And then here. Man. No, that's wrong. Let's see what it was, actually. How? Oh, queen a5 guards rook d8. I didn't even look at that. That's crazy. What line do you think has the most tactics in the London? I would say any line against the King's Indian is usually kind of fun. Like, there's always something that could happen if they play it wrong. But yeah, it's rook down because of QA5. I have to stop doing that because I'll say, oh, it can't be this, and I won't calculate further. But yeah, I was like, oh, if you can't go here because of rook d8. And I even look, a simple look, and you see here guarding d8. And yeah. Okay, well, we get that one wrong. We're sitting at 50. Can we get to 51 is the question. Alright. Let's see. The queen is here. Okay, knight takes. Attacking the queen. They take. I don't think that's correct. But I don't know what is correct on this one. Queen takes here, they take. No, queen takes here, they take. Capture, capture. But if you go queen down now, the knight can just drop back. So that's why I am thinking here first. Maybe here, take, and then rook over. Yeah, I think that would work. Now you take the queen. I'll show that real quick, because whatever they do, they're going to lose material. And you have to do that rook. If you do the other rook, you would lose. Or may not lose, but it doesn't work if you go here. Because they have this queen here to e6. Well, you bring this rook over. You have these pieces beaming. You're attacking, so they slide here, you take the rook. And then if they take here first, rook x, and you're winning that one. Alright, we got to 51. They take here in the center. You see you have this pin. So an immediate thought is just boom, here, check. Now, sometimes things look good. Doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. Here may be a case where it is the right thing to do. Because it does look good. And it doesn't like it'll work. But how? How exactly? We still have to calculate it. So queen g6, let's say that's the first move. They slide over. Where to now? Where to now? So then, because of the where to now, I'm saying, I think you have to take this first. Check, they slide. Check. The only thing with that is now they could just go over and then here maybe. Yeah, I think part of it is you control the e-file as well. So I think you go here first. And they can't go there because that's checkmate. So you go here, you're forcing king here. That's the calling card of this decision. Now rook takes, queen takes. But you have to get checkmate because you're down 2 pieces. Like, you can't win back 2 pieces. That's too many moves. Check, over, check. Oh, no, it's this. Because you'd be forcing them to go back into, yeah. And then here. And then here. I think so. Now the question is, do you take the rook? I guess you have to. I'm thinking they go over here, where you can debate between going back and take. But because they go here, there's actually no check anyways, so you have to take the rook. Alright, let's go through that a little bit, because that was a fun little puzzle. Let's see. Queen slides in, back, check, take. And if they can't do anything. Yeah, nothing they can do. Let's see. Let's say they instead, though, they go back here. Oh, no, it's the same thing, though. Yeah. Alright, that's honestly nothing much to say there. Let's go to this next one. The queen is here on e1. Rook could take on h7. Right, rook takes here. King slides. Queen over, check. Down. What I'll say, it probably has to be the taking here first. Because if you push here... Oh, no. I see it now. This is forced mate here, and then that's actually checkmate. As much as it doesn't look like... Or it's almost checkmate. They have to go back. And then you take their checkmate. Yeah. I stopped myself for saying it can't be this move. That's improvement. And then here, and then this is checkmate here. Perfect. Alright, we're sitting at 53. Let's see if we can make it to 54. Alright, 239. Alright, the rook is here on e7. The first thing that comes to mind is queen c3, right? qc3. Attacking the king. If they go back, you take here on d2. That's game over. So, is there more? Here they go here. What I'll say to that is you can't slide the rook over. And taking here, the rook slides down. So I think this is the first move. I have to figure out what to do on the second move after king b1. Because king b1 seems pretty difficult to attack there. And I appreciate the like still from Austin. We're closing in on 32.5 thousand. Insane, insane. Man. Q X C3. They go back. Queen down, up, check, up, check. But that's not checkmate. Take down. I mean, you would have to go there. You'd have to go Queen C3. But after, I just don't see it. Because here you have checkmate. Yeah, I mean, this has to be the first move. That's not the first move? Aw, man, I gotta see this one. What's the first move? You instead have to... Wow. I was never going to find that. Oh, maybe not never. Okay, I guess you could find that. But I didn't find it, though. Rook D8. Very nice, very nice. So we stopped at 53. The best run this stream. So we'll take that for sure. Before we start up the next one, does anyone want to play me in a puzzle battle? If so, let me know. And I can send you an invite to your username. If not, we can just go straight to the next one. And try and get higher than that. And try and get to the personal best. But if you do want to play me, send the user. And I can send you an invite. I know, Ranger, that was insane, bro. Like, how was I supposed to find that there? That's absurd. 33,000 likes, though. Appreciate all the support. You could play. All right, send your... Okay, you got Gregory sent the invite. But Sam, if you want to send your user, I can send you an invite after this one. And then White Ranger for the likes as well. All right, here. Rook slides down, check. Here, checkmate. Rook takes here. Take here, perfect. Rook down, mate. Rook down, take, take. Capture. Capture. Mate. Mate. Mates. Are we sitting at 10? 11. They're keeping up, though. 12. Hopefully we can get some distance at a point. Fork, so we're not going down to the wire. Rook takes, sacrificing, and then Queen G7 checkmate. That's checkmate there. Check. And then sack the rook, and that's checkmate. We're sitting at 17. Queen down. And then take here. Perfect. That's a really cool one. Checkmate there. We're sitting at 19. Queen up. That's mate because the bishop. That's beautiful. Check. Checkmate there. 21. You can't quite go there, but you can go here. That's 22. What do we have? What do we have? Bishop takes, and now rook slides down. You win the queen. Sitting at 23. 24 there. 25, that's mate. Take, 26, you win the rook. We're sitting at 26. What can we get? You can't take there because of the bishop. You can't really go there. Over. Oh, you can do this. And take the rook, actually. We're sitting at 27. That's 28 because the knight's there. Smothered mate idea with knight f7. Sitting at 29. Take, rook, and you take the knight at the end. Check because of opposition. That's going to be a win. Mate here, you have the control of the rank. Bishop down here looks like checkmate. But how do you get that? How do you win? How do you win? Queen here. Yeah, take, and you take that at the end. King back, king down, take queen. We're sitting at 34. And we get the win. I don't know if I would have found that one. Man, congratulations. New personal best. Alright, let's send Sam an invite. Sam is the next challenger. Does anyone else want to play? Send your username if so. We don't have a very long line, so you would get in pretty soon. Alright, we're playing Sam here. And shout out to Ryan at New Rapid Peak. And then Sam, if you don't see it, you can send me an invite automatically. It'll put us together. If you let me type my there we go. All right, Rook's gonna slide over here. Check. Checkmate there. Rook's gonna take. Perfect. Checkmate. Checkmate because of opposition. Take in the corner. Mate in one. Mate in one. Alright, we're starting off behind. We're one behind them. Checkmate bishop. Sitting at 12. Alright, I have the white pieces. 12. You get the queen there? Alright, let's see. And you take the queen. Alright, down, sack on f1. You know there's a checkmate? That's checkmate. Wow, how many of those are we going to get? You sack on c8. Here you get the fork. Perfect. 19. They have to sack their queen. That's checkmate. We're sitting at 21. Take that, and we get the win. GG, GG. All right, you're playing a 19-20 now. You can get some more points there if you want another one. Then Austin, appreciate these likes. GG to Sam. Okay, we got a rematch from Sam. Anyone else interested? If so, send it in the chat. I seen that invite. But after this one, we'll go back to the survival trying to get that. But let's see if we can get a win here. Take the knight. Take the rook. Checkmate. Rook, queen takes. Here, that's checkmate. Checkmate. Down, that's 10. Alright, you can't go down. What? How are you supposed to... I don't get this one. There's a pin. Yeah, I didn't see that one. Alright, rook slides, take rook. Sitting at 11. Rook down, bishop here, win the rook. Sitting at 12, here. Sitting at 13. Alright, perfect. Let's see. Check. Checkmate. Rook's going to slide down. That's checkmate. Queen here. Alright. The pawn can just push. And you take the rook. Yeah, you're going to win that game eventually. Check here. And you sack the bishop. You get the queen. Alright, let's see. That's mate. We're at 19. Mate, we're at 20. I have a piece in the center. Alright, let's go up here. And you take the queen. And they take that. Let's go back here. Take the knight. Check. Check. Sack. And then rook here to d8. And you take. We're sitting at 23. Alright, for this next one, queen can slide up. And rook down. And then queen here. Checkmate. We're at 24. I don't understand how you can do this one, I'm being honest with you. Like, how are you supposed to somehow... Like, go here. They go back, check. Up. Yeah, I didn't see that one. Alright, let's see... Well, you have to speed up anyways. Take. We end up losing this one. Man, those are some hard puzzles. Alright, let me see. Does anyone else want to get in a game? If not, we can go to the next one there, the next survival battle. Let me know. If not, all good. I don't see a message, so let's go to the survival and try and get to 60. All right, let's go here. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's take the queen down here. Checkmate. Rook down here. Checkmate. Rook down here, mate. Take. Rook take. That's 4. Capture, capture. Here, G2. Here. Here. Take. Rook captures. Captures. And we have the first 10. Okay. Rook down, rook over. Queen here. Take. This is going to sack the queen. That happens so often on these. Like, that does not happen that often. Let's see. Queen can go here. That should be checkmate on the diagonals. And then Austin, appreciate these likes still. We're closing in on 36,000 there. But you have the check. They slide up. Check. Check up. Oh, rook could slide over maybe. So F3. No, but then here they slide back. That makes it more complex. Here, attacking. They slide over. Check. But if you slide here, they take this. Now you don't have anything you can do really. You can go up, but they can bring their rook down. So what can we do instead? We can do instead. Like here, 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 here. Ah, I see. And you go here in the corner. Alright, sitting at 15. Queen can go down, but they have this blockage. So queen can go here instead to C, and then checkmate here on E1. Alright, queen can slide in, check. And that's checkmate there. Sitting at 17. Queen down, that's made at 18. Rook down, queen over, queen takes on F2, that's 19. King just goes, Take, and you're going to run the D pawn down the board. Alright, sitting at 20. Next up, I like knight going here. You're setting up rook D6, and I don't think they'd be able to stop that there with knight here and then rook D6 following, because their knight can't get there. Yeah. And you just take the rook. Alright, sitting at 21. That's not mate, because the queen's there. But what we can do, let's see. Check here, checkmate on G2. Alright, the queen drops back. That's actually free. So we're sitting at 23. So check, they slide up, and then rook here, they have to sack a piece. And that's all you have to do for that one. Perfect. Alright, next up, this is checkmate. Yeah, because they can't slide back that way. You could take this here because of the pin, and we're sitting at 26. You can't capture because the knight guards in, or guards it. You can go here, check. They can slide over and then check, and then here they slide over and then check. So I think this regardless. Then you take, because of the pin, you take the rook here in the corner. Alright, they capture here on D6. Let's see. Rook captures king up, rook D1 over. I think you have to sacrifice. I think you do have to sack. I'm not sure where exactly, or how exactly get it to work. So rook x d6, king x d6, rook d1, they slide. Take, check. What you have to figure out is where to get the queen out the way. But that's first. Now we get to the interesting part of it. How do you check here? Like, take this. They take. You take. Maybe it's because that's a winning endgame. You're plus 2 pawns. And there's no way you can do it. Yeah. No way you could do it anyways. Alright, sitting at 28. You're checked here. If you slid back, you could. No, because they just take that. So king here to B1. Yeah, they slide down, you take. And there's too many pieces around them. We could slide over, and then you have this rook a8 idea because you're triple stacked. So check here. Whatever they block with, you can sack a rook and bring the other rook down, and that's mate, and that's 30 there. All right, the rook slides down. Sack the queen. Rook down, take, take. And that's mate in their face. Their knight slides in. There's no checkmate. You can go up, setting that up, which seems a bit unstoppable. So let's go for that. Yeah, they slide their knight in here. You can take if the bishop slides. You have knight f3, and you should be winning a piece at the end there. So capture. They don't even let you do it. So you're going to take this here on c8 instead, and then take here in the center. All right, their queen slides down. Taking the rook doesn't work. Rook can go here to d1. And then wherever they go, check up. And then you have that g4 idea. So rook d1. They slide over. Alright, let's find it. Rook down, rook down. Yeah, rook d8. Because they go rook down, you would take there. And now you go here to g5. Queen slides, king slides over. And there are no more checks. I'll show that real quick. If instead, the other way. Appreciate those likes, Austin. And man, it happens, Ryan. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Losses happen. And you play someone 100 points higher. And you're still around your peak. Nothing wrong with that. But here, if they instead go rook down, you can do qxf6. Because they can't take your queen. They can only take this and you take here. And you're still up a rook there. Alright, go this next one. Sitting at... What is this? Sitting at 34. Let's see if we can get to 35. You see we have a queen for 2 rooks. A queen for 2 rooks right here. Not the best, if I were to say. So we have to get a rook somehow. How do we win a rook from someone who does not want to give one up? So they're not guarding each other. You need to check. So check. Here. Check. I don't even know how you would go about this. I'm guessing you have to check them. So check and then here. And then here. And then here. Oh, I get it. Here. And then here. Because they have to go over or else they will lose that rook. And then here. They have to go back over. Yeah, that's a pretty nifty one. Because if you look at it, here, they can't get out the way because you take this rook. So they have to go over. And now they have to go back. And now you win the rook there on b8. Alright, so this next one. We're sitting at 35. The rook slides back. King in. Running into some problems. Oh, knight here. This forces mate. King over. And then rook b3. That's checkmate. Oh. No, this is still mate. Yeah, so this next one. They slide their queen back here to e2. We're sitting at 36. Can we get to 37 here? Rook takes. Queen takes. Rook takes, queen takes. Yeah. That's why this one works. You take the queen. Looks like they have 2 rooks for the queen, but no. You take on c1, and we're sitting at 37. Alright, their knight's going to jump forward. Rook captures. For sure the first move. Now the second move is where we have questions. Is it just rook takes f7? Because I've had it where it's rook g3, but I don't think that's it this time because I could just go f6. So I think you just take here, check. And then bishop takes here, and then bishop takes here. And then you can go back here again. My high is 62. That's my highest. And then rook back over. Alright. The queen slides in. Where can we go again? There's nothing. There's nothing. Nothing I'm seeing. We could go rook here. They slide over. Here. Or you could set this up. Queen slides up. You're looking there. They slide over. And then here you win the rook. So here, if they go f3, that's gotta run into some issues. So queen d5, setting that up, they slide over, queen over, winning the rook. And now you just take that instead. Alright, sitting at 39. The queen is here on c5 on this turn. If you take... Why can't you just take? Why can't you do a lot of stuff? I'm confused. Why can't you... What? I don't understand this puzzle. Okay. Take... Here... Here. Or here... Take... Here... Here. I don't get how they're both not working. I feel like they both would work. Take. Oh, this way you don't lose a rook though. Yeah, okay. And then yeah, there's definitely a difference. And then here. At first I was confused because in both lines you what's going on, Amine? Appreciate those likes still, Austin. Closing in on 39,000. But in both lines I was like, you win the queen. The difference is this way you don't, like, you lose a rook still, so it's not as good. But this way you trade the rooks and then you take it. Now you're up a queen for a rook, which is definitely a difference. Alright, we're sitting at 40. Their knight is here in the center. Where do we go now? So if knight takes, we're up. Take. Yeah, I think I see it. Here. Oh, that's not even what I was expecting. But I think the same thing still. You take the rook, they take, you take the queen, they take, and you take the bishop at the end. Right? Because if you take this, they just take it. So you take the rook, you take their queen, you take the bishop. Alright, winning in that one, are we? And we have to get 42 here. Question the move in the previous puzzle. In the previous one. Which one? Which one? Do you mean the QD5? Oh, you mean the... Oh. That one. I see what you're saying. The rook takes versus the queen there first. Yeah. I usually don't trust my intuition if I'm not in a bullet game. Other than that, I'll try and calculate it out to see if I miss something by chance. Alright, let's see. Let's see. In the poll on YouTube, definitely preference to puzzles. Okay. Alright, let's go to this next one. Their knight is here in the center. If the queen slides over... Oh, I wonder if you could just go rook over. Rook g1. They slide. That's checkmate. Yeah, rook g1. And then mate here. Alright, got 42. The queen lifts up here to b7. Now the question is, how do you win this rook exactly? Because two pieces could go. Which one does it? Is the question. This is confusing because so many things could actually work here. Or no, only one thing works obviously. Like in my head, this would work, and this would work, and this would work. But one of them doesn't, or only one of the three work. If I were to bet without looking at it all the way yet, it's probably this one that works. I think, no, it's this one. I think the issue is, if you go here, is it because they have this rook over idea? So if you took, you couldn't take back. And then if you go here, the same thing. Like here, take. So here, yeah. Now you're guarding your back rank still. And you take this, and you take this. I'll show that real quick. If you do the other way, you'll end up getting checkmated at the end of that line. So if you slide rook, if rook takes on a5, rook c8, and now rx d5, take. Because if you do qx d5, there's a checkmate. Or, no, you're in check here, and then here. And then this is checkmate, right? And then the same thing happens if you go rook c1 instead. Let's see. Here, rook c1. Rook d1, I mean. Rook c8. And you're stuck. You have to lift. To take this queen, you have to lift, and that's checkmate on c1. Alright, so this next one. Sitting at 43. The king slides over. Oh, you sack the queen. Yeah, you sack the queen. Knight takes, and then knight e7 with the rook active. Alright, and this one you see they pushed up to b5, or b6, excuse me. Where can we follow? If you take, queen takes, no. Rook down? So rook f4. My issue with it is the queen could still drop back on a light square diagonal. So it wouldn't actually work as much as it looks like it should work. I don't think it could actually work that way. Because like you go up, they could really go here, or here, or here, or here. They could go anywhere. Like nothing would be forcing in that line. So what can we do instead? Rook slides up attacking. What's going on, Danny? Queen check. I don't think you can go here or here because, well, I think you mean here. I think it's here, honestly, because check. This is an interesting one. Here, rook up, rook e7, take. Like, you need this square. I think it's here. No, it's not. No, it's not h4. What is it instead? Rook f3. Rook f3. I see Amine has that one. I also thought h4 rhyme. But yeah, it's rook f3, really. Check. Oh yeah, they can't do anything. Huh. Here. Okay, here. Over, that's checkmate. Wow, I just missed rook f3. It completely cuts off the diagonal. Alright, let's look at this next one. Knight slides, check. They slide over. That's crazy. That's crazy. Rook f3 is quite the move. Let's see, knight goes here, attacking the rook there. Or knight goes in here. Because you can't take, there's no fork here or here. That's not an arrow, or not an L. There's no fork there or there. So say you capture, king captures. Or here attacking, they slide over, take, no. The thing is with knight in, they can't go over because of this idea. So that's why you know they're going there. Excuse me. But knight can slide in here attacking the rook. Yeah, man, we're cooked for that one. Bro, why am I getting some very difficult ones right now? I mean, that's a good thing, because I need the difficult ones to become easy for me. But man, this is difficult. I think it's here. Yes. They slide over. And then do you sack? Capture it, rook down, take. And then you go knight here, check. And then you take the rook. Alright, we'll go to this next one. The bishop is here on f6. Yeah, let me show that real quick. Rook check. 93. Yeah, 93. And then this, that's how you're able to do that. Let's see. Alright, but let's go to this next one. We're sitting at 45, I think, right? Yes. Sitting at 45. Their bishop is here on f6. Where can we go? Queen can slide in. Is it sack? No, because sack, take, here, here. So you go up. Offering checkmate, they push, you sack now. Yes. And now you sacrifice. This is a check. This is a check, I believe. Yes. And now you take this. Yes. Now you have to get the checkmate. That's the whole point of this. So do you go rook h3? Which looks really weird. But rook h3. If they go up, that's now checkmate. Because if you go here over, they escape. So I think you have to go here. Yeah. And now you go for this. Rook g3. And that's it. Alright, we got that win. We're sitting at 46. Got a crazy game the other day. You won the game? Oh, crazy win or a crazy loss? And for this puzzle, I think you take, and then go queen here. Attacking this and that. And they slide over. You're going to capture here. And your plus, let's see. Crazy win, man. Love to see it. Love to see it. Or hear it, I guess. Here, they take here on c7. And then you go, oh yeah, you just, yeah, okay. We got that one correct. Very nice tactic. Remove the defender type of tactic. The king slides over. Where can we go? Rook g2 check. If they slide here. You can't go there, obviously. But that's the only diagonal check I see. Like, this check easily... There's nothing you can do after. The king slides over. And then you can't... Like, going there... They check you here. They check you here. Huh. I guess they don't have a mate. Queen slides down, check. King slides over, check. King slides this way. No, if you go back, there's check there. Yeah, no, there's definitely perpetual. Check, take. No, if you check, the queen could slide in. Is there a way you can sack to get, like, your queen in somehow? That's what I'm thinking you have to do. Like, if you go over, they go here. Here, here, and then here, take, back. I think, no, is it? Oh, if it's queen down, I'm going to be sick. Oh, you do have to sack. I just missed that you could sack it that. If the queen could come in this way. Tough. I know a sacrifice was needed, but I did not see queen this way. I was only looking at this square. Let's see. Alright, let's look here. The queen is here on e6. Queen a4 check. Their queen's hanging though. So you take queen. If the knight slides in, I'll say if you're here on the next stream, I will. I want to be consistent because I said, or I tell some other people I would just do the puzzles today, but I do want to check it out. And then like the other 2 days, I guess I don't know. I guess we just look at it. I don't care. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah. If you send me their username, we can look after this one. I guess I didn't tell anyone no to that. I just said I want to play a game, and that's not playing a game. You want to send their user, I could check after. What's going on, Lucy? Yeah, their queen's here. If you take... Or could you just take here? No. Take queen. Knight in. Take. Let's see. Take the knight. Bishop captures. You take, 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 take. Man. I'm doing alright. How are you doing? How are you doing? If you capture the queen, they slide in. You take, they take. And then if you go here, they go back. They here. And they push and then take. How else are you supposed to do this? No, I got that. What are you supposed to do? You do take the queen. Oh my god, I missed that the bishop's hanging. That's insane. Okay, okay. It was in the username, Danny. I can look at that. Look at that game. Ah, man. That's a crazy miss. That's a crazy miss. I missed the bishop's hanging at the end of that line. But yeah, after we look over this game, does anyone want to play me in a puzzle battle? If so, send me your username. If not, all good, all good. Let's see. Mac. Let's see. Mar. Clam. Aroma. Search. Oh no, that's not spelled. That's not spelled correctly. Let's see if now it pops up. All right, let's see. The bullet game or a daily game? Last daily game. Okay, okay. Let's see. So what happens in this game here? All right, you have the black pieces. Let's flip the board over. The French. Ah, I know how to play that. Knight f5. They go c3. Castle. h4 in there just winning. But no, they don't find it. And they castle as well. c5. c4. Some development. I'm sorry they don't take your knight. And you go for the... Ooh, that's... Yeah, they could take that. And then maybe go bishop h6. Like take here and then here. Yeah. And that's hard to play. Because you can't go up. Well, let's see. Back. They missed that. f6. Now it's not an issue as much. g5. They can take hitting the base of the structure and then taking on g5. They drop back a blunder. I think they can take the pawn. Yeah, they take it. They don't like taking the second one. They're not a fan. Because here, you can't take back. There's checkmate on g7. Yeah, let's see. So g5. And they blunder. And now you're back. Okay, you turn it around. You get the g file. Oh, no. They could take the queen. Take. And then they can take. And now they're fine after knight slides up, and this is still guarding everything. That's a crazy sequence. But instead, what happens? We get knight f3. Oh. So we got knight f3 instead. Yes. Knight f3. You take the queen, they take. And you drop back. You need to get the other rook over to put pressure on this open f-file. But instead, you drop back. The king moves. Pressure. Over attacking the bishop. Oh, that's a free piece, yes. So now you're up. And you even sacrifice getting 2 pieces for the rook there. Let's see. Where am I from? I'm from the United States. Where are you from, Lucy? But knight e5. Rook slides down. Bishop d6. Do you play chess by chance? Yeah, rook f8. They slide over and you go in. Take. Where are the brilliancy? I see 2 brilliancies coming up here. King attacking the rook. They go up. b4. Capture. And you're trying to get the passer. Sacking the knight yet again. Getting the queen. And now it's the winning endgame. Bishop versus the pawns remaining. Perfect take. Crazy. Yeah, the brilliancies we can... I see how you win the game. But the brilliancies are the fun part, I think. With going for the c3 idea. Sacking the knight. And then sacking the knight again. Just focusing on getting to c1. Very nice game, man. Very nice game. Good work. Alright. Let's go see for puzzle battles. You want to play me in a puzzle battle before we keep going with the survival runs? If so, send me an invite. If not, no problem. You're a noob? No problem, no problem. What got you into chess? But yeah. And now you follow out some access to some emotes there. But I don't see anyone with the message for the puzzle battle. I don't bite. You guys can play. Send your user. I can send you an invite. But if not, all good. We can go. You just won against 1900? Good work, bro. What are you now? 1820? And yeah, Danny, the c3, very satisfying move to play. Dropping the knight because you're blockading. You're doing too good of a job blockading there. 39 to 42. Okay, Gregory. I see you. I see you. Appreciate. We have 18 likes on the stream. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate all the likes. Every like, very, very helpful. That's why you watch chess streams. Fair. When did you get started, Lucy? When did you get started? And you're a game away again, Ryan, from getting back. But yeah, I don't see any messages for doing a rematch. So let's keep going. let's do one more run here. I'd say 2 more, but I have a 9-10 class, sadly. But let's look and see if we can get one more long run. Just basic so far? Okay. Lichess has some cool free stuff, honestly. If you're saying you're just learning. Gregory sends an invite. Alright. Let's play Gregory. Let's see if we can get a win and get back to 1750. Alright, queen takes here. Rook takes. Rook takes. Rook down, take knight. Rook x d8. Rook here. Rook takes. Rook in the corner. My elo? Are you talking... I assume you're talking about rapid. Or do you mean rapid? Or do you mean over the board rating? There you go. Rook down here. I guess I can just give both. My USCF is 1970. And then my rapid is 2200. We can take this here. Queen takes, checkmate. Over the board, 1970. 1970 USCF. Alright, take here, check. This is free. No, what? That's not it. No way, that's not it. Alright, bishop here. Alright, we must be locked in for the remainder, because we got an easier one wrong there. Alright, let's go down and sack the queen. Sitting at 16 here. Queen here. Alright, queen down. Checkmate. Checkmate in the corner. Checkmate here. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I've been playing for a little bit. Do you want to do tournaments at some point? I know you say you're just learning, but is this something you have your eye on? Is a free queen. Sitting at 22. Rook down. Take, knight x f2, knight x h1. Take here, winning the queen. Sitting at 24. Win the rook here in the corner. Any other games? No, I just play chess for the most part. I don't have any stream diversity. We can go here. Let's see, take. I think you take, but we get the win either way. We're trying to see if there's a way you can win anything. Rook takes, and you take the bishop. Alright, GG, GG. Anyone else interested in join? Catch you next time, Danny. Thank you for joining in, man. Thank you for joining in. And Austin for the likes. We're almost at 45,000. Taking the one game, yeah. I honestly just like chess a lot more than other things, but also, you know, I enjoy. That's the main reason. I just like chess a lot more than other things. But yeah, I don't see any other invites, so we can do. Let's do some timed ones to end off. I don't want to do a full survival. I've been playing chess about 13 years. I had a 4-year break though, but about 13. Although this is survival. About 13 years. Let's try and break my 2 top scores. Let's make some top score today. GG. Man, thanks, man. Thank you for joining in. I'll have some more of the puzzles for the next puzzle stream. I got you. Those are fun to do. Those are fun to do. Yeah, rook down. I don't know if I missed it, Lucy. What'd you say got you into playing chess? Yeah, queen down here, check. Checkmate here. Knight in, check. Bishop takes, checkmate. Here, here. Rook x e1. Queen down. Take, check, rook d8. Let's see. Rook. Checkmate there. Rook down, queen takes. Are you trying to play a puzzle battle, Caleb? And then take here. Is that what you're saying? And rook slides over. Check. Bishop check, and then queen down. It seems that, yeah. It is interesting. It's, if you ever watch like a top level tournament, seeing the moves and seeing like the IM or the GM commentator analyze it, it is pretty fun. Capture, take knight. We're sitting at 19. That's checkmate. This next one, rook over, almost checkmate. And bishop down. Alright, here. Checkmate there. Capture. We're at 23. Let's see. Capture. 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 We're at 24. Yeah. I don't know how I got to 36. No, you can't do that. I need to get 11 more. 11 more. That, no. Take back 10 more, 10 straight more. We may be asking for too much. We may be asking for too much. Take, and then we go in, check, take this. Capture. And then rook takes queen there, checkmate. Check. Check. We have the black pieces here. And then what? Here, here. We got 33. That's not horrible. It's not horrible. Okay, okay. Players. Making a move. I heard that chess got more moves than the number of... I have heard the same thing. And I heard... I will watch it. I will watch it. Yes, I got you, Ryan. I apologize. I really did not mean to forget. I mean, obviously. Like, really, I just... Dude, I did so much work. And in my mind, it just slipped it. But I had it on my list. So it was not because I didn't want to watch it. So I'll make sure I watch that after stream. Yeah, rook slides over here. Checkmate. Queen here, checkmate. King takes. Yeah, Caleb, if you want to send me the invite, I'll accept it. But while I'm focused, but I do want to accept it right now in the middle of this. But I will. We can slide down here. We have the white pieces. Checkmate. We're sitting at 10. Here, 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 mate. Check, checkmate. We need to get to 36 to break my record of 3-minute puzzle rush. I'm motivated to break some record on stream. We could not break the other one today, but this is what we're going for. Let's go there. All right, discover, check, queen down, check. We're at 18. All right, we're at 19 in a minute 50. Okay. Take. Here. Checkmate. We're at 21. We're at 22. We're at 23. The bishops are active. Check there. Take. We're at 24. 25. Man, this is hard to just keep pace. Alright. What can we do? What can we do? We need an idea. Something has to attack something. Like, where would you even play? Capture? Yeah. You have to get rid of that bishop. Alright, 10 in a minute. Let's go. Alright, needs to get 9 more. King slides up. Take. 8 more. We are white. So, oh, no, no, we had it set up. Alright, you gotta get 7 more. Come on, come on. Here, here. Yeah, 7 more now. Check. And then here, take. Come on, come on. No, no, no. Okay, check. No, we got 3 straight incorrect. How much time has passed? I've been streaming for about 3.5 hours. About 3.5 hours. We're stuck at the 3-0. We're trying to get the 3-0 record. But it's looking like it's going to be hard to do. Rook's going to slide down. All right, rook down here. Rook down. Take. Oh, overall. I mean, I've streamed about 9 months, I would say. Roughly 9 months. Check, take. Only 4.5 and 30 seconds is not enough. We gotta speed that up. Do you stream, Lucy? There. Bishop slides in. Queen takes. Checkmate. Alright, 11. 12. 14. We've kind of got back on pace. We're at 16 now. Take, queen down. Take that. Checkmate 17. Rook slides over. Because if you go knight here is checkmate at 19. Rook sacks. Checkmate here on h7. Double check and then checkmate eventually. That's 21. We have the black pieces. Check. Boom. And they're too far away. We're going to get that queen. We have black here. Checkmate 23. Next up, we have the black pieces. I honestly, man, like there's always one that gets me. No, that's wrong. Yeah. That might have been our chance. I don't know how I got 36. 36 is feeling more and more impossible. Take, 25. Take, rook over. And you're checkmating with that. Checkmate there. Rook down. And then you have queen down. Rook slides mate. We're sitting at 30. Okay. 31. 32. We're going to need a couple of those. A couple easier ones. But like here, like what are you supposed to do? I'm not sure. Yeah, that's not right. That's checkmate. We're stopping at 33, it seems. Check. Yeah, we get 33 there. Used to stream as well. You did chess or something different? 1820? All right, another peak, man. I'm telling you, you just got to keep going. All right, we're almost at the peak. Almost there. Here. Got to 33 off of a bad start. I'm feeling this is the run. All right, you have to get to 33 more puzzles. 32 more. So you're going fast here. 8. Knight sack. Rook down. The bishops are super active around the king. Knight in. Bishop check. 11. Take. 12. 13. Bring that rook over. Rook's gonna take check. And you take the bishop there. Now that, oh, and then check here. Perfect. Here, sack. Alright, I need to get 21 more. 22, or 20 more. Capture. That's checkmate there. Alright, you capture this. That's going to be mate. We have the black pieces. This is almost there. You can push. Deflection and get the queen. We're at 20. 21. 22. Alright. Queen slides. Queen takes, take. We're at 23 now. Alright, next up, we can bring our rook over. And we slide over diagonally, take. And that's going to be a win eventually. Alright, you see in this next one. Check. Take. You're going to win the rook at the end. Knight. Oh, you can't move the knight. Here, queen slides, and then checkmate there. 26. Alright, this next one. And then king up, and you take that there. Perfect. We have the black pieces. Capture here. Let's see. Where can we go? Up. Take bishop, king up. We're at 29. The queen I slid in. We're at 30 now. They're sliding, attacking us. Take, rook takes. I need to get 6 more. 5 more. The rook. Oh, knight back here. And now here. And then here. Come on, 4 more. 4 more. Nah, it's not enough time. Not enough time. No. I was very close. Yeah. At the end, it took too many moves. We got to 34. Alright. I think that'll be it. Can I look? Yeah, we can look at your game. Let's look at that game, and then we'll probably call it after that. Ryan. Maybe you just pop up because we're friends. Oh, let me just go to my friends list. Let's see, Ryan. Alright, let's see what happened. You had a cool... It's a cool brilliant I'm about to check out here. Let's see. Oh, a nice win against a former... Oh, 85%. So you definitely just outplayed them. 10% higher. Alright, e4, c6. The Carl Khan. Let's see what happens. You go e6 after. Knight f3, knight f6. Bishop moves. Alright, all things I'm following. And then b4. That's not an inaccuracy, actually. You capture, and you go bishop a6. I play that sometimes when I play against the stone wall. Let's see. COD, Counter-Strike. I never played Counter-Strike. I played COD, though. I got diamond in a couple... I think 2 COD. No, diamond in 1. Yeah, diamond SMG and a couple CODs. I love SMGs. But we go queen here, check. Back. Alright, and now they're slightly better out the opening. You bring your knight and attack in their queen. Is this a 15 plus 10 game? This is a 10-0 game. You guys are playing this like it like with no time spent. But yeah, you exchange and you open your F file. You take the rook now. You drop back guarding your 8th rank. Rook forward, queen over, take. Where? Okay, you attack. Up. It's saying that you got a higher accuracy, so you must kill or have a really good end game, I'm guessing. G5, back, over, and now it's back dead even. You attack their queen, and now you're rolling down the board. You're opening up the king. They blunder. You take here. Okay. Oh, because if takes, then rook takes? Is that the move? No. Oh, it's queen here, isn't it? Yeah, and then here. And then you take... Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, what a find. Oh, that actually happens. Oh, that happens. That happens in the game, too. And then check. And they can't do anything about it. Because boom, boom. Very nice idea. Very nice idea. But that'll be it for today's stream. Thank you all for joining in. I have class tomorrow at 9:10, so we got to call it. Still a decent stream. 3 hours. A little over 3.5. We'll try and get some longer ones when I get some more free time. But thank you guys for watching. Want to support me on PJ's Chess on Instagram, on YouTube, and on TikTok. PJ's Chess 993 on Twitch. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you all later. First on YouTube and Twitch. My Discord, it's the same as my... If you take out the 993, it's the same beginning. This is it. I don't know if you'll still see that, but I'm saying if you take out 993, that's my Discord. But I'll catch you all later on YouTube and Twitch. Have